Oh, you motherfuckers. You think you can do this to me? I'm the man up in this place. You the fuck you think you fucking with? I run shit here. I'ma burn this motherfucker down.
X Factor like Dez Bryant, my boy 88. Watch Dream Light when you living like a heavyweight. This ain't a 1 week thing, we grind like every day. Drop this on FizzleFriday, cause that's my favorite day. And I'm gonna do it my way, cause that's my favorite way. They tried to put me on the shelf like I'm layaway. Told me it ain't no way, so I made a way. Welcome to South Harmon, I'm glad you here today.
Man, y'all know we glad y'all here today. We glad y'all here every day. So, if you're not here today, if you're rewatching this, we glad you're here on that day. Whatever day it is, we glad you here no matter what, So, we appreciate y'all tapping in with us, man, on the Friday finish line. Long week of work, long day of work. It's time to wind down, man. You off the clock, and it's time to relax and have a good time with the guys, bro. So, Mike, man, how you feeling? You over there, Bob? Hey, you got music on, or you just you got a beat on? You listening to me talk? How you feeling, brother?
Nah, just vibing, South Harmon vibes, man. It's Friday. It's Friday. I say it every week. I'm so glad it's Friday. I'm ready for the fucking weekend. Been a long ass week, and I know you and I talking pre-show. Both of us, we got this mood like we're here, man. Like we're here. You know what? That show started though. That music hit. Oh yeah. Now I ain't never done it. All right, full transparency, I had never done coke, but I imagine that's kind of a little bit what it's like, just that intro music just hits, I'm not advocating for it, by the way, YouTube. Don't fucking
Michael
cancel
Jordan's son, man. Michael
Just
Jordan's
saying.
son hook you up, man. He got plenty of it, man.
Just saying.
I'm with you.
Just in case, might be. MJ's son did. All right, fill me in here. All right, they'll throw me off here. I didn't know about this shit.
Yeah, I mean, he done been caught with too many pictures as it is with, sniffing and, snorting it or whatever he got going on. But I don't know if you saw the last one where he was, he got pulled over driving down on a railroad track in the middle of the night. Like literally he was on the railroad track driving, and then police pulled him over, and he was like, man, I just made a wrong turn. They like, bro, you've been driving for like a half a mile. That ain't the wrong turn. You just still ride like. And then he in a Tesla. How you making it on the railroad track in a Tesla, bro? I know that the whole bottom of that car gotta be hanging off at this point. So what gave it away was he said, man, Michael Jordan's son. He's like, oh, thanks. Thanks for telling us.
We didn't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Pop's taking over the NASCAR tracks, and he taking over the train tracks, man. So I guess it is what it is.
Was that the son who went to, was it UCF?
Nah, I think it's the older one. The youngest one, I think, went to college, went to play ball, I think.
Okay. All right. Either way,
did anything. Speaking of, since we're talking about the extracurricular activities with the nose, what's up with that Snowfall, brother? I heard you was watching that Snowfall, What's up with that? How you feeling about that?
I've been power watching that show. Watching the show. I love that show. Oh, yeah. By the way, I'm like probably 2, 3, maybe 4 episodes. I lose track deep into season 3. That's where I'm at.
Right? Damn. Oh, you moving.
Yeah. For anybody who hadn't seen the show, no spoilers or whatever, but Fizz, just to give you an idea, you've seen the show, so you know where I'm at.
100%.
Andre just led a police raid, on my man's Franklin's crew. Beat the shit out of Jerome. Uncle Jerome. Yeah. Beat the shit out of him. So that's where we're at.
One thing about my boy Franklin, man, my boy Saint, man, he one of them dudes, man. And I listened to you on the podcast. It was funny because when I heard you telling Maddie about it, so I don't know if you know how deep this go, Mike, but the drug dealer, the real Rick Ross, the show is based off of him. This is like his apparent life story. He had something to do with the first season, because I don't know if you know his story, but he ended up, going to jail for like 20 years, and he had a life sentence. He got out, but his Colombian drug plug is the one that was working with the FBI and snitched on him. So the whole show is basically about him, and then it kind of veers off because he ended up falling out with them about how they was writing it up and whatever. So I will say the first season, probably early second or maybe 1 to 2 seasons, was specifically about him, and then they kind of just created their own story after that. So the real Rick Ross, that's kind of his biopic, if you want to say that. But yeah, man, if you ain't seen it, Snowfall on FX, baby, you got to check that out, man. That's that one right there.
I got a new crush too. I'm gonna put it up for the people.
Oh, I already knew you got one, Mike. Hey, look, one thing I said when my boy Mike start watching this show, he gonna he gonna enjoy it because it goes down on FX, bro. You know how FX put it out.
Oh yeah, they be doing whatever the hell they want.
Bro, FX is like HBO Cinemax. Like, you used to wake up as a kid, Cinemax at 2 a.m., bro.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what FX is right now. So
let me see.
What we got, bro?
Can
what
we
we
get
got,
this
man?
one in here? Yeah. This should fit. This one will fit, man.
Where your girl at?
You take a guess who it is?
It's from the show, right?
From the show.
I want to say it's his aunt.
No, well, she's baddie too.
Okay, all right.
Oh, what?
It ain't Juanita, is it?
No, ain't Juanita.
I'm about to say Juanita, man.
I fucked this whole thing up.
Where you at?
I got this. Don't worry, I got it. All
right. Well, while Mike putting that together, let's get some love to the crowd, man.
I got it right here. There we go.
Okay. There we. Oh, that's Frank. Ain't the Saint girl, right?
Yeah. That's Mel.
Yeah, Mel. Yeah,
Rain Edwards.
Her father is the cop and all that. Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, you see why Frank was jumping through the window, man? He had to go ahead and do his thing,
I'd be climbing in the windows too. She let me. It's hello, it's me. Like I'm Adele.
Nah, for real.
I'm putting it in, man.
Nah, shout out my boy Saint, man. Saint was that dude. Unfortunately, though, Mike, at some point you're gonna be a little disconnected from Mel, man. I just gotta give you a heads up, bro. So I'm just giving you a heads up, man. I ain't gonna spoil it. I'm gonna just say you're gonna be shaking your head at Mel.
Don't do that to me.
Yeah, facts.
I don't need no.
Real disappointed in Mel, man. So
damn it.
You might want to call the mailman on after that one, though, brother. So
she's always gonna be baiting me, even if she turns,
Okay, all right. Well, he said if she turns, man. This ain't Walking Dead, man. But shout out to Snowfall, man. I'm glad my boy you on it, man, because now we got a little more in common than we already got. We can chop it up on this Snowfall tip, man. So
that's a good ass show. People need to check it out, man. It hooked me from the pilot. It's weird that I said it hooked me from the pilot. It's about drugs, crack.
Hey, man.
I'm in though.
And the reason why I like it the most is because it's almost sort of a true story. The whole drug thing back in, so.
Well, the CIA stuff with the Contras down in Honduras.
Man.
It's a good show.
Yeah, man. So now that you know a little bit, it's the real Rick Ross.
Speaking of the podcast too, when I'm trying to say that country's name, I couldn't do it. Honduras and Nicaragua.
Oh, I heard you. He's like, I think that's how I say it.
I couldn't say it. I couldn't get it out, man. That's a tough country to say.
I'm with you on that one, Mike.
Real tough.
We got a couple people up in the chat, man. My boy Jake always in the building, man. He said he crushed the event at the stadium. Hey, Jake, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't had time today, bro, but I was gonna definitely clip that Denzel. Jake. Hey, Jake, I was gonna get that for you, man. I see you got some mad squabbles with you, Jake. So shout out to my boy, man. He said FizzleFriday, man. He here today, man. You got mad squabbles there, Jake. My boy DB is in the building. And speaking of DB, man, we got that draft guide, man. If you don't know, you know now. If you don't know about these rookies coming out, want to know a little bit more about them, even if you don't play Dynasty, Fantasy, you just want to learn about some rookies, man. At the end of the day, knowledge is key, baby. And we got the top 50 offensive rookies coming out in this class, man. And I'm going to have my picture up in a little bit. I got it on my other screen from the Tuesday show, but it's no time better than to get that draft guide. $8.99 right now to the 23rd, which is on Sunday. And, hey, even if you don't want to read it, if you just want to show a little bit of love instead of buying a McDouble plus fries and a drink on tomorrow morning, buy the draft guide. Send it to your nephew or your cousin, baby. So go ahead.
I love the sales pitch too, but the fact that we live in an era now where a McDouble, small fry and a drink is probably $8.99.
That's what I'm saying.
That shit sucks. All right, I miss the days where that was like a $3.25 meal right there.
Hey, Mike, we're gonna have us a throwback show on the old memories of good times.
This is bullshit.
Yeah.
So this is bullshit. Somebody fix this.
That's it. So $8.99, man. Show a little bit of love if you want to. But since you're here today, why not show extra little bit of love? We love y'all and we appreciate y'all for coming through. Mike, someone made it. That's what I'm talking about. Somebody got to pay for them lap dances for my boy, man. You know,
That's a goat comment. I don't put too many up on here. I let you do your thing, but
yeah.
DV's gonna come with a banger like that. I gotta put it up.
That's it. Well, like I said, man, Mike, when you get a chance, put the link in the chat for us, brother. And I'm gonna post a little bit of graphic and show y'all a little bit of insight of what you're gonna get on. But like I said, $8.99 right now, $11.99 after the 23rd. So tap in with us, show us a little bit of love on that one, man. We appreciate y'all. And who else we got in the building? We got my boy E in the building. He said, "What's good? What's good with you, bro?" Pops in the building, and I'm laughing at this comment right here because Pop say, anytime, anybody, anywhere, anytime. My boy Red come right behind here and said, the big hand, little hand is somewhere all the time. So shout out my boy Red for the rebuttal.
we got some poets. We got people dropping bars in the chat. I love this.
Nah, for real. For real, that's funny. Shout out my boy Red, man. We got J Cap in the building, man. Who else we got up in here? We got my boy Mr. Voorhees in the building. What's good with y'all, man?
What's happening?
That's it, man. So look, like I said, man, $8.99, get that draft guide. Not because you want it, because you need it, baby. You know, you gotta learn these rookies. Find out who your team drafting so you can come on here and talk trash and not be left behind. So tap in with that when y'all get a chance. But Mike, man, I got an extra surprise when we get kicked off, though, brother.
Okay.
So, you know, me and you, we always, go back and forth on who we like and what's going on currently.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to let you know, man, March the 14th, your boy will not be here.
Oh.
And this is why. I'm going to go see some Glorilla, baby. I went ahead and got them tickets, man. Your girl come in town, man, on the 14th. I told my lady, look, man, Let's go glow them up. You know what I'm saying? Let's light it up, baby. So we're going to go see Glow, man, on the 14th of March. Yes. So I'm just letting you know, man, on Friday, I'll be here on Saturday, but Friday, your boy ain't going to be here, man. So we're going to go ahead and show some love to my girl, Glow.
If you happen to meet her, just be like, I got this friend, drop you these digits. Just saying.
Hey, Mike, I ain't going to lie, though. I don't know what's going on right now currently. But so Glow comes the 14th. Project Pat comes the Saturday before that. I think it was like the 9th. And he got the meet and greet ticket. So you can meet him and all that. So I don't know what's going on currently right now in the DC area, but it's popping right now, baby. So I might got to go see my boy Pat one time, throw them foes up and show a little bit of love to North Memphis, man. You know what I'm saying?
I never got the opportunity to meet Mr. Pat himself.
That's my boy right there.
He was serving time back in my high school days when I did get to meet the rest of 3-6 Mafia, but my man was up in jail, so I didn't get the opportunity to shake his hand.
For sure. Well, I might gotta let you know how that one went, man. I might gotta send a live picture to you, brother. So it's going down in the city, man. We got a lot of things going on, man. You might have to leave Iowa and Mike can come on down to the city, bro. We got a lot popping around here right now.
Isn't Glow from Memphis?
Yeah, that's why I said I don't know like what's going on in this city, but Memphis is coming on through, So man, wow. Memphis holding it down, man. So
Memphis
shout out
DC.
to Memphis.
I love the fact Memphis has been doing it for decades now. Decades.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really, and there probably is, right? There's probably some popular rappers out there, but I can't think of like right off the top of my head, like, you remember that phase Atlanta had?
Oh yeah.
I don't know anybody right now, like who's repping Atlanta, like who's that? Memphis is still doing it, right? Moneybag, Glow.
Yeah.
Like,
and I mean, you got A-Ball to MJG back in the day. They from out Memphis. You had Young Buck pop up out of nowhere, did his thing for a short stint. 3-6 Mafia, of course, Yo Gotti. Young Dolph popped in after that.
Lil White.
Your boy Lil White for sure. I know where my boy E at. E, let us know, man, who was down in Memphis. Though I was gonna bring A-Ball to MJG, baby. You know that. My boy E, he definitely is a rapologist. My boy knows everything about anything that's got it going on with rap. My boy know it. I promise you that. So shout out to my boy E, man, for coming through. Moms, we appreciate you stepping up in the house.
Still waiting for that.
We ain't stuffing no sausages tonight. All right, we good tonight, man.
Right? No. Come on.
Hey, Mike, man, when we gonna start this show, bro? We over here having too much damn fun, man. But we appreciate y'all. And also, before We go to the show. I keep saying this, but I did after that play you just made, man. I don't have a picture. Oh, hold up, brother. Oh. Whoa, hold up.
Yeah. Get it.
I got my green screen up, man. So I got to take the green screen part off, but
a little turtle action.
Hold on. Y'all know we get a little ratchet on the show, man. We don't keep it too professional all the time, man.
We ain't that professional.
Hey, you know, we keep it a little chill. But Mike, hold on, I done froze up. Where I'm at?
You did.
Froze up. There we go, baby. Hey, I'm in there.
Let's go.
I'm in there. I got the Leonardos. I got the Michelangelos, you know.
Oh, Raphael and Donatello for me, man. Let's go, Turtle.
I'm in there with you, brother. Meet me at the sewer, man. We gonna order some pizza, have us a good time, bro.
I was gonna play that Vanilla Ice song, Go Ninja, but I ain't doing that shit.
Nah. Bebop and Rocksteady can stay home, brother. We good on that.
I ain't doing that shit.
But now before we got to that, man, before we get to the show, I did want to give a shout out and show a little bit of love to LaVar Ball. I don't know if y'all heard. He got his foot amputated from a medical emergency or something. And since he seemed like he left the hospital, bro, he's still smiling, still cracking jokes. He on Instagram rapping now. Like I don't know, he been rapping all Jello songs. It's funny because he re-releasing songs from Jello that we ain't even heard yet. So shout out to LaVar, man, the ultimate dad, you know, the guy that's always standing on business behind his 3 sons. And, even with 1 foot, man, he's still standing on 10 toes, you know? So shout out my boy LaVar, man, for real.
Very proud papa, man. Very proud papa.
For sure. Oh, yeah. Frazier boy. Come on, Eden. You can't be pulling them out, man. You know I know about that Frazier, man. You know I know about that
Frazier boy. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Yes, sir. I still crank that summertime. That's summertime. That's my joint right there, man. So shout out to North Memphis, South Memphis, man. Everybody down south, man. But
I'm gonna find me a Frazier boy song now. Got me in.
Oh, I can give you a couple of them. But yeah, man, look, tonight, though, I told Mike, I said, man, you know how we always vibe and we always have a good time, but it's that time of the season for some football, you know, and we always talk football sporadically. We have a good time, but I think it's time that for the people that don't necessarily play fantasy or might want to figure out what's going on, why we do what we do, and also for the ones that's waiting on us to give them the blueprint of how we do things and, you know, and these mock draft, rookie drafts. So me and Mike literally went through a whole draft, rookie and startup, 2 rounds on the rookie side. Was it 6 or 7 on that startup, Mike? I think it was
6 on the startup.
Okay, 6 on the startup, 12 teams, full PPR. And yeah, man, it was wild because I told Mike, I'm gonna let you get the first pick. You got the odds, I got the evens. And we went that way the whole way through on both rookies and the startup draft. So Mike, man, we gonna get our ugly faces up off the screen, man. We're gonna show the people what we got going on. First, though, before we start the draft, I just said this like 8 times, but before we start breaking down the draft, we had landing spots for these current players. And it was some wild landing spots, man. I ain't gonna lie, Mike. When I saw that list and I saw Jeanty to the Patriots, I'm like, damn, that's tough, bro. And the reason why I thought it was so tough because you look at Mike Vrabel, he's coming from Tennessee a couple years ago. He had Derrick Henry, who he used as a workhorse, right? He built the O-line. That was his number one thing. Get the O-line, get Derrick Henry, and play defense. He already has the star quarterback. He got a pretty good line, in a sense. Defense is still solid. It ain't bad at all. Now he's in a division where, other than Buffalo, man, I mean, he could beat the Jets. He could beat Miami. So playing a little bit of defense and finding that guy like Jeanty who can be I don't want to say a Saquon Barkley, but, somebody who can rush the ball 20 plus times a game, maybe, and put him behind a strong, structured offense, especially Josh McDaniels. We don't love him as a head coach, but as an OC, he's pretty good in New England. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So I like that pick the most because I was like, damn, that wasn't a landing spot for me ever in no mocks. But when I saw it, I said, you know what? I actually like it. So for those that don't know the players, I'm going to read them off, Mike, and I'm going to let you go. We got Shedeur to the Giants. We got a Cam Ward to the Raiders. My boy Jalen Milroe went, and I think in the 3rd round, to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yep. Mbuka, who actually went to the Steelers as well in the first round. I think he was like pick 22. I don't have my list up. I should have pulled it up.
I got it for you.
And then Tyler Warren went to the LA Chargers, and Ashton Jeanty went to the Patriots. So what was you about to get into, Mike, before we get started, bro?
Nope. I was just going to recap what the mock draft was. So every Monday in the Patreon, in the Discord, we have mock draft Mondays. We get everybody in there. Anybody who wants to participate, and we go through multiple rounds of a real NFL draft, and we make decisions as if we're the GM, right? So changes a little bit every week, but it's a fun exercise to kind of play it out. So Fizz had the great idea to do a rookie draft and a startup draft based off of what we did on Mock Draft Monday, and these were the results. Shedeur at 3, Jeanty 4, Cam Ward 6, Jackson Dart went to 15 to the Jets, TEP fell to 20 to the Broncos.
Hey Mike, I ain't gonna lie. When I read my boy TEP fell to 20, I said, "Oh yeah, we gonna have us a good show."
Ibuka, he went to the Steelers at 21. Tyler Warren to the Chargers at 22. Luther Burden 27 to the Raiders. Colston Loveland, surprise first rounder to the Chiefs at pick 31. Isaiah Bond, notable in the second at pick 35. Marion Hampton, Caleb Johnson, TreVeyon Henderson, all running backs there went in the second round. Mason Taylor, another tight end out of LSU, went to the Broncos at pick 52. Quinshawn to the Chargers, which would be an interesting one. Nice little fit there.
Yeah.
Jack Besh, 55. Matthew Golden, 56. Trey Harris, 57. Jaden Higgins, 61. Jalen Milroe, you talked kicking off the early part of the third round there at pick 67.
Yeah.
And looks good in that Steelers jersey.
He does, bro. I went and did some research. I said, man, I got to find the players in those jerseys, man. I seen Milroe. I said, good. And it without them even having a quarterback under contract right now, as far as like a starting quarterback, I still don't see Milroe being their day one starter. But if they re-signed a Justin Fields for a 2 or 3 year deal and Milroe sat on the bench for 2 years, wouldn't mind that, right?
And I fucked up too when I gave you the list too. Travis Hunter, pick 2 to the Browns.
Okay, yeah, because I didn't see Travis. So I figured
listed as a cornerback. So when I filtered it all out, right, that's how they.
Well, did you? I don't know if this is official, Mike. I read this online that he is now a receiver / cornerback at the combine. I could have been wrong.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I read that on the X. So this could
have been weird how that didn't get as much traction as all those people. Like, I got to take him off my board now because he's listed as a cornerback.
That's what I said.
Again, I went on this fucking rant on Wednesday with Adam. The shit doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's a group of fucking scouts who sit down, and they're the ones who put out the combine invites, and they're the ones who list what position they're going to be at. It doesn't mean he's not going to do wide receiver drills. It doesn't mean that he doesn't want to play wide receiver. It doesn't mean that him or his agent or his camp or anybody fucking close to him said that. Nothing. Yeah. It was a group of fucking scouts who sat down and went through the list of who they wanted to invite to the combine at what position. Doesn't mean shit, though.
And to be honest, Mike, I look at it like this. Maybe him being a cornerback at the combine, he could be drafted higher as a corner than he will as a receiver. So maybe that's why he's putting it at. Well, I'm not saying he did it, but I'm saying his draft stock to me is higher as a corner than it is as a receiver in his draft. So I look at it as, hey, put me as a corner. That's cool. Because once I get this, sign that dotted line, I'm going to let them know on that day, hey, I play receiver too. Don't forget that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here to play both. I ain't here to just be what you drafted, what they listed me as. So, but I do believe as a defensive player, that'll raise his stock as far as his draft stock. Like, he can go 101 at cornerback. If he was listed as receiver, though, I don't know if he'd go in the top 3, Mike.
This is where I vehemently... I don't even know if that's a word, and I probably fucked it up. Anyway, strongly disagree with the pundits. Not only just you, but just the pundits in general. Go put on the fucking film of Travis Hunter as a wide receiver, and to me, like, this is I'm gonna die on this hill. That's a top 5 NFL draft pick if he just played wide receiver.
But that's what I mean, Mike. I mean, I'm not saying his skills. I'm saying I believe a team like Tennessee, a team like who's number 2? The Patriots,
Cleveland.
Right? No, Cleveland. I think they would take him as a corner before they take him as a receiver. That's all I'm saying.
I think NFL teams would take him if he played punter.
Okay. All right. Hey, look, I agree with you. I believe they should. I just don't know if they will. But I agree with you, though. I'm with you on it. So
I would actually argue, and this isn't a popular one because a lot of the NFL bros are out with this one, but I think he's a better wide receiver than he is a corner.
Hey, listen, I know
better
you
wide receiver than he is a corner.
You put him up there with the likes of Jefferson and all those guys. I like that.
His ability, watching Malik Neighbors, watching Marv last year, watching those, that's the level you're at, right? Like, you want to think of some of the best in the game. That's where he's at. The movement skills at wide receiver is just so stupid. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
The elite ability to separate, the quick start, stop. His route running is a lot better than people give him credit for. It is fantastic. And he is just a crazy athlete. Like, there is no ball you throw towards him that he isn't arrogant enough to think he can get, right? Shedeur floats one 3-4 feet over his head.
That's
Travis is like, I got this.
Yep.
I got this.
And we talking about a guy that was playing like 90% of snaps.
Nuts.
It wasn't like he had a break. You know what I'm saying? He was playing receiver, cooking people every week, and he was drained. No energy. He probably had a liquid IV on the sideline after every drive, but he was out there.
He's so damn special. As Fizz dies again. Oh, no. We might have lost him for good.
Oh, dang. I'm back.
No, you're back. You just froze. Right. We could hear you. All right.
Yeah, man. Listen, we got like 8 iPads on the bed. Hey, hold on, I'm about to tell him, man. Cut them iPads off, man. So,
cut them iPads out.
Yeah, man. But like I said, man, shout out to Hunter, though. He's a dog. We love him. And hopefully, we do reap the benefits of him playing both sides, especially if you're in these IDP leagues, man. He's a gem, baby. You better go get him. Where you taking him at an IDP right now, Mike? Where you got him?
1-on-1. Not even thinking twice about it. Not
over
even
Jeanty, over Jeanty too?
Yes, not even close. IDP league. Are you telling me I'm going to get a guy who is going to be listed at cornerback who's going to get wide receiver snaps in the NFL? That is a cheat code. That's that Taysom Hill when he was playing quarterback, but you could start him at tight end there for like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
that's that kind of cheat code. 1-on-1.
All right. I'm with you, brother. I'm with you, man. So I like that one, man. So without further ado, man, let's go ahead and get to this draft. For the people that don't watch us regularly and they saw this title and say, man, I want to watch the draft. Man, we 30 minutes in. These dudes ain't talking no damn players. So let's show let's show them a little bit of love, Mike. And I went ahead, put the graphic up, man. And my glasses are a little dark, brother. So I'm brightening up my screen a little bit. And Mike started off with all the odd numbers. I'm the even numbers. So when you look at it, Cam Ward being in Oakland, I'm going to get my list together right here, Mike, so I don't be saying the wrong teams. Cam Ward went to Oakland. And him going to Oakland, with Chip Kelly and Pete Carroll there, man, I don't knock that pick, Mike. You know what I'm saying? I look at it as you got Brock Bowers, you got Jacoby Myers. I'm pretty sure they're going to sign another guy at some point. They might even go out there and get an Aaron Jones or something else. I can see
in that mock draft too, just with the Raiders. Because we did 3 rounds, Fizz. So we gave him Amari and Hampton in the second, and we gave him his college wide receiver teammate, slot extraordinaire Xavier Restrepo in the third.
Oh yeah, now y'all boys was cooking, man. Y'all was see. I like I said, man. I went looking and I said, man, this draft is wild, man. But I like it, though. I like it for our first one because it's not the landing spots that I'm used to seeing all the time. So I took Ashton Jeanty at the 102. He went to the Patriots. Mm-hmm. Mike took Shedeur. And I text Mike, right? I said, bro, I ain't going to lie. I might have took Shedeur to the Giants over Ashton, but I'm going to follow suit because I see this Derrick Henry formula in New England. So Ashton Jeanty with 102, Shedeur to the Giants 103. So I went Jackson Dart, man. Jackson Dart went to the Jets at 15, and they got Garrett Wilson over there. The O-line can be better, but they could figure it out. And if he's going to the Jets in the first round of 15, he's starting. You know what I'm saying? At least by a week. They don't even have a backup, but you ain't gonna start Tyron Smith over him, right? So
Tyrod Taylor, yes.
Tyrod Taylor. What I'm saying?
He might. Tyrod might play a few games, but Jackson Dart's gonna play.
Yeah, so we give him 2 games, but I'm just saying Jackson Dart.
2 games.
You know what I'm saying? So
I got you.
Right
that's a good pick, man. That's a Superflex quarterback who went in the first round of the NFL draft, the top 15. Like
Got you.
That's insulated value. Yeah,
you got to take him, Mike, especially playing quarterback at the Superflex. Travis Hunter, when you said he went to you said the Browns, right? Or
Browns at
the
2.
Titans.
Browns at pick 2.
Okay, got Travis Hunter with pick 2, which was Mike pick. You know he gonna stand on Travis. He ain't faking with y'all. He telling the truth. So I took Tet, man. I text him right away. Tank for Tet, baby. You know Tet always been my guy. We got our film sessions on Thursday nights in the Patriot, man, and the film wasn't that pretty, man. I ain't gonna lie. It looked like a horror film. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I will say Ted is still my dog. And the one thing you should know about me, if I rock with you, I rock with you. So
it was a good landing spot in our mock draft. You know, he got the first round draft capital, pick 20, but to the Broncos. Like that's an exciting place to land.
I like
as a wide receiver.
Especially with Sean Payton being the coach. So I like that for Ted. And Buka ended up going to the Pittsburgh Steelers, who he went pick 7 with Mike. And I don't know if I surprised you or not, Mike, but I took Tyler Warren, man. When I saw Atlanta spot to the Chargers, I surprised you?
A little bit. I didn't know you were going to jump up and take tight end so soon.
I mean, I saw him to the Chargers, bro, and I just thought about it like, man, you know, it just looked good to me. You know, it looked like a big, sexy pick to me. You know what I'm saying? So I said, I got to take
I'm not saying it's bad. It's not bad at all.
Yeah. I actually like it. So Tyler Warren to the LA Chargers, and then we got Luther Burden. Mike took Luther Burden and went to the Baltimore Ravens, which I actually like that draft pick, to be honest. So where would you line him and Zay Flowers up? Like if you had to put him and Zay beside each other as far as the rankings go, I know Zay is already there, he's already established, but how far is Luther behind Zay?
He probably 10, 15 spots in Dynasty at the wide receiver position is where you start. I would definitely say the rookie year would be interesting for him, but I could see it. I think I was the one who actually made the pick. Like I was picking for the Ravens. They need another wide receiver. I don't still fully trust Rashad Bateman. And you saw last year when they started using Zay Flowers down the field more, like that's what he is really, really good at. But his rookie year, if you remember, it was a lot of underneath stuff. Like they just found creative ways to try to get him the football. He can still do that, but I think these two would complement each other really well in this offense, where it'd be kind of like the Rams with Puka and Kupp, where it's two receivers who do a lot of really good stuff pretty similarly, and they can bring him along a little bit slowly with Mark Andrews there with Zay Flowers. But start off, he'd probably be about 10, 15 spots lower than Zay. Like Zay would still be the number one, but I think Burn in that gives another weapon, another dynamic to it, because he can do some of that screen game stuff. He's fantastic after the catch. He's really good in the intermediate, and he can get deep at times. They just didn't really use him like that. So if you got Zay Flowers who can, boom, we're gonna really run him on deep routes, and we're gonna let Luther kind of cook in that short to intermediate range at his rookie year while he gets his feet wet and learns how to be a route running wide receiver and not just such an athlete. It'd be pretty awesome. A lot of people won't like it because it's Ravens and Lamar's gonna, run the ball and all this bullshit, but they need another wide receiver, and I think he'd be completely fine there after a couple of years.
And to be honest, what you just said, it reminds me of letting Zay have that Hollywood Brown role that he probably need to have anyway. That deep threat. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they wanted Hollywood to be. The problem was Hollywood didn't have as much help. So if you give Zay Luther Burton now, he can go be what they wanted Hollywood to be, and maybe even more. So I like that pick right there, man, to be honest with you. And once Mike took Luther Burton, I said, I gotta break his heart, man. I don't know if he's gonna hate me for this one, but I took Caleb Johnson, and Caleb Johnson went to the Chicago Bears, and I just thought about, Ben Johnson there. We saw what he did in Detroit, and we got the Sonic and Knuckles over there, and I said, hey, you got DeAndre Swift, you got Caleb Johnson. I don't mind having Caleb Johnson right here. So especially at pick 110, man, I looked at it as, hey, this a steal right here. So the one thing I noticed though, Mike, I counted, we got 7 running backs in 2 rounds, bro. That lets you know that this class is real. You know what I'm saying? We talked about this class having running back heavy, and if you need a running back, this is the year. We ain't lie about it when in the draft, right? So I took Caleb at the 110. Mike come back with Omari and Hampton, who ended up going to the LA Raiders, who we spoke on earlier.
Vegas Raiders, baby.
Vegas, my bad, Mike. You know me, man. Well, look, it's all on the West Coast, baby. You know what I'm saying? So the West Coast Raiders is what we're gonna call them tonight. And then I ain't gonna lie, it was a homer pick, but I saw TreVeyon Henderson went to the Cowboys, and I said, you know what?
It's a good pick.
If he's in Dallas and they waited, I feel like the Cowboys have been waiting 2 years. I think that's why they had Tony Pollard. They didn't sign him, and then they had Rico Dowdle, who's a free agent. I think they knew this class was coming, and they were just preparing themselves for this class. So that's why they don't have a running back under contract. So I like this pick. And if TreVeyon Henderson walk in today, he is the RB1 of the Dallas Cowboys. So that was my pick at the 112. 201, Mike took Quinshon Judkins, who went to the LA Chargers, which I also like that. The J.K. Dobbins not under contract. Gus Edwards not under contract. So, hey, man, I like this. Even if they do sign a free agent, I've been hearing a lot of Najee Harris, to the LA Chargers type thing. But I feel like we saw what Quinshon did in Ohio State when he had another guy on the other side with TreVeyon Henderson. So, I mean, even if he got to compete for carries, we seen what he can do competing for carries in Ohio State. So he's still a startable asset at some point, in his career with LA. So I like that one. I ended up taking Trey Harris, who where he go, Mike? He went to the Texans, and I looked at it and I said, man, you know what? My boy got a broke leg, Tank Dell, no Stephon Diggs. I looked at this as a super flex minimum start on your team. You know what I'm saying? Like Trey Harris can really step in there and be receiver 33, 34, maybe, Mike. I'm gonna give him a little bit of love. I don't know. Maybe I'm reaching a little bit, but I will say
no. You're good, man. We did the film session on Jackson Dart and Trey Harris last night. Now the Dart was like, okay, kind of solidified what some people were talking about. Trey Harris. DB's been saying his name for a while, and we put the film on last night, and I'm like, God damn. Damn. Like, this guy's better than I thought. Now, he's not starting from the same place Ted is as far as the hype and the big name ability. But I'm telling you, there's not a lot of difference between the two. Trey Harris is good. He is good, too. So, we got him going in the second round, like the late second round. I don't think he makes it that far in the real life, Fizz. He ain't going to make it that far. He's good
we got
enough
him
to be a first-round pick.
Yeah.
He's good enough to be a first-round pick.
But I will say, if he lands somewhere like Houston, man, that's a dream spot to be. I mean, what is the competition? You know what I'm saying? Other than Nico Collins, of course, but
that's it.
To be the Jordan Addison of this team, I would love that for him. So shout out Trey Harris. I took him at the 202. Mike came back with us, Isaiah Bond, who ended up going to the Titans at pick 35. And I ain't gonna lie, Mike. I looked at Isaiah, and I like Isaiah, but the Titans move, I was like, that's the only reason I took Trey Harris over him. I like Bonds though, but I like Trey's landing spot a little bit more. So I don't mind that one though. Isaiah Bond to the Titans, Tennessee Titans, yep. And then we got my boy Jaden Higgins, who I had D-Bro on the morning show, and I think y'all had him on Wednesday. He talked about Higgins because he was out there interviewing him, and Higgins ended up going to the Commanders. So I said, hey, man, if I can give me anybody that's rocking with my boy J-Day, man, and his name is Jaden, you know what I'm saying? Like, they both got the same first name. Hey, it might be a good day over there in Washington. So I went ahead and got Jaden Higgins right here at the 204. Might come back with Colston Loveland, who ended up going to the Chiefs. I ain't gonna lie,
in the
Mike,
first round too, right?
Yeah, you know what? I need to start naming. I need to start literally saying that he went in the first round, pick 31. And I'm not gonna lie, Mike, when you took him, you threw me off, right? Because I was like, damn, all right. I know Mike ain't a tight end guy, but we not drafting off of how we feel in a sense. We kind of drafting off of strategy for the pick as well. You know what I'm saying? So because you got to pick up here coming up next, man. Well, I was like, damn, I think I messed up, bro. I should have went and took my boy. But after Mike took Colston Loveland, I went ahead and took Mason Taylor, man, who went to the Broncos. And it's funny because if this was the same team, I said, bro, I looked at it afterwards. I said, bro, I got Ted and Mason both going to the Broncos. So what the hell I got going on? I don't know. But I looked at the landing spot, man. I just looked at, like I said, I thought about Sean Payton. I just know Sean Payton is one of them guys. He can get your tight end right if he really want to get him right. So to take Mason Taylor in the second round, I thought it was the ultimate move to take him right here. And then Mike came back with Jalen Milroe, who went to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I will rebuttal this and say, Mike, I might have took Jalen Milroe over Mason Taylor.
Yeah.
I probably would have did that.
I would have as well. I'll say this with Jalen Milroe, okay? We also had another third-round quarterback. He's not drafted here on our thing, Will Howard.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason I take Jalen Milroe is because for fantasy purposes, he provides a skill set that is very fucking valuable, and it's the ability to rush the football.
Run the ball.
So,
that's it.
I know third-round draft capital don't mean a fuck ton at the quarterback position. It really doesn't. But if he gets an opportunity with the ability to run, kind of think of that Malik Willis. Sometimes you had to wait a little bit on it. You know, you finally got to use him here this last year a couple times. But the ability to run the ball generates fantasy points. So it's an upside swing. If he becomes something, and he can be 50% of what Jalen Hurts was in the second round when the Eagles drafted him at some point, that's a huge dub at the mid part of your second round.
Yeah.
And in reality, a lot of the guys that we're going to draft here towards the end of the second round, and if we would have kept going into the third and the fourth round, it's a lot of the same shit. So I'm trying to take something that's going to have the potential of smashing, because if things fell into place and Jalen Milroe's a starter by the end of the year for the Pittsburgh Steelers and playing well, he's going to be putting up 14, 15, 16 fantasy points per game just because he can run the football. And if he develops a little bit as a passer, you might have something. You might have something that actually has real dynasty value that people would get excited about. But
yeah,
a lot of these guys that we end up taking here, they're complete dart throws. They're like, we hope.
For sure.
We hope.
For sure. I ain't gonna lie. Once we got to the draft, I was like, damn, I'm kind of mad we cut it off at 2 rounds. I know we got the show, so we're gonna do this a little. I told Mike, let's do this at least once a month till at least the actual NFL draft come. But I will say, man, I had a lot more players I wanted to take, Mike, after this last pick.
Yes.
But we got Jack Besh. I went ahead and took my boy, man. I actually had him on one of my college teams last year, so I was well. And he was listed as a receiver/tight end in college. So, and I kept saying, bro, this dude is a tight end. How the hell he put up 188 yards a game? Like, what the hell going on? So I started paying attention to him. So for those that don't play, fantasy or especially college fantasy, man, listen, you start learning these players as sophomores and freshmen, you start to really, really, really paying attention. Like, bro, I need this guy. CeeDee Lamb, perfect example. CeeDee Lamb, Mike, I had Jalen Hurts and CeeDee Lamb on my college team in 2020 or 2019, and just so happens Dallas Cowboys drafted CeeDee Lamb, baby, and I was a fan before he got there. So the fact that he went there, that's why it hurt my heart when I saw my boy Jalen Hurts. I always said when you and all those other people were screaming, "When Carson Wentz," I said, man, y'all don't deserve Jalen Hurts, man. Y'all don't deserve my boy, man.
Why you gotta air my business out like that? Why you gotta remind people that I was out here defending Carson Wentz and saying that Jalen Hurts won shit?
I'm just keeping it a buck with you, Mike. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you won the championship, baby, so I ain't gonna be mad at you.
That's right.
Did your thing. You did your thing, man. I ain't mad at you, brother, and I still gonna cop
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Well, look, man, next pick, my boy Mike took Damian Martinez for the Commanders. He's the next running back. Brian Robinson had a so-so year, but this was pick 79, so probably not a day one starter type of guy, but in that offense, you never know, right? Anybody can really jump in there. Austin Eckler had it. I think he was on all-pro second team, and I didn't even know that. I mean, he was on special teams, though, but still, Austin Eckler had a hell of a season. So that was a solid pick right there. And, Mike, I'm not going to lie. You got to give me this name.
I got you. No, don't worry about it. You took Jalen Noel, but he's not in Sleeper system because Sleeper's too busy blocking me every time I tweet about getting college fantasy football. So this was Jalen Noel. I had to use a placeholder. I kept saying,
hold up. I'm looking like, bro, this ain't my damn pick.
And the best I got for this pronunciation, I don't know who this player is. I don't, but a Jew.
Hey, Mike, I ain't gonna lie. Me and my boy Voorhees said Ayo. That's what.
I like. Hey, it could be Ayo. That'd be all right.
You know what I'm saying?
I just I went out there with the fucking a Jew. I don't know.
So yeah, so those that's watching that, for those that's watching and don't know who the hell I just took, I took Jalen Noel or Jalen Noel from the Carolina Panthers.
Jalen Noel. Yep, he went to the Panthers in the third round.
Yeah, and I looked at it as, the first round pick, had a solid okay year. and he rides horses better than he probably played football last year. But no knock on him. They had a bad season.
Come on, man. Don't do X like that.
Hey, listen, man. I just gotta keep it a buck with you, Mike. And then we got my boy Adam Thielen. The grandpa came up out of the wheelchair and cooked him up, but he's long in the tooth. He might not be there, but half the season next year. We all know he's gonna suffer an injury and probably miss 9 games. So I thought about all of that when I made this pick, and I said, you know what, Carolina Panthers, I like this pick for Noel. So that was my pick. Matt, the next pick coming up is who we got, Mike? Matthew Golden.
Yep.
Matthew ended up going to the Buffalo Bills at pick 56, which I ain't gonna lie, Mike. I thought about it once you picked him. I was like, damn, bro, maybe I should have picked him over Noel. But it was just a situation in Carolina that kind of made me say, all right, maybe. But I like that pick regardless. And I finished it off with Devin Neal, who ended up going to the Broncos at. Hey, Mike, I don't know what I love the Broncos so much, bro. I took 3
Took
Broncos.
them all, man. Took them all.
Three Broncos in this draft, bro. So Devin Neal, he been getting the hype during the Senior Bowl weekend. 2 years ago, or was it last year? No, well, not this current year that just passed, but the year before that. I mean, Devin Neal. Devin Neal been a good, solid guy out of Kansas, man, for the last couple of years, actually. Yep. So I remember the name because, again, I had him on my college team 3 years ago. So 2 years ago, one of them. So like I said, man, playing that college ball, Mike, I love, knowing these guys before everybody knows them. So now I'm kind of hip to what's going on. So
yeah. Hypothetically, though, some third rounders that we didn't take that we had landing spots for, some players of interest.
Yeah.
Elijah Arroyo in the third round to the Colts. Harold Fannin went to the Bengals. That would be an interesting one. That'd get pushed up. You had Cam Scatabo fall to pick 88 to the Jaguars.
Yeah, your boy on there.
A lot of people wouldn't like that one, but I kind of like when we made that one, man. ETN ain't shit, and Bigsby had his opportunity to really dominate, and they just wouldn't trust him for some other reason. Gunnar Helm, tight end to the Rams, would be an interesting one, and then Luke Lachey to the Saints.
Boy.
So in the third round, I'd be hammering the shit out of Luke Lachey.
That's it. And if anybody can get Luke Lachey the ball, it's Kellen Moore. So
yes,
I know Jawan Johnson there, and they still got Troutman. I don't even know, but
here's the crazy thing. Here's the depth of the class. We had a lot of 4th and 5th round running backs, or a lot of late 3rd round running backs, I should say, in this mock that we didn't even talk about yet, right?
Oh,
Big
yeah.
names. Dylan Sampson to the Browns, Brashard Smith to the Chiefs, Ollie Gordon to the Eagles.
That's what I was looking for. Where Ollie go? Yeah, that's what I want to hear.
Trevor Etienne to the Vikings and R.J. Harvey to the 49ers. All would have a lot of value here in the 3rd round.
Yes,
so,
sir.
We're not like this show is. This is South Harmon vibes. This ain't the Dynasty channel, but just a little strategy for you for you people out there who want to know about it. This is kind of why I say if you're in a Dynasty rookie draft, getting these 2nd, 3rd, and potentially 4th round rookie picks right now, where people just toss this shit away, like they're gonna be fun. You're gonna be like, God damn, I'm getting Ollie Gordon. Yeah. Like after a couple years, man, maybe Saquon tails off. Ollie Gordon could be that dude. It'd be fun. It'd be fun.
Well, I will say this though, Mike. For all those that's watching this, maybe watching, man, go ahead, get the screenshot or rewind to fast forward it. We're gonna put me and Mike up here because we look so sexy, so cool, baby. You know what I'm saying? So I will say we like the Dudley brothers. You know what I'm saying? We like the Dudley boys, Mike. We the Dudley boys out here. We gotta get us a table in the middle of this screen right now. But I'm
not jumping through a table, man. Fuck that.
No, for sure. But I will say though, Mike, it looks like to me in this class though, bro, if you aren't sold on who's at your spot in the first round, let's say you got the 105 and your guy is gone, like you have a guy that you really, really wanted. Listen, to double up on a couple of seconds or triple up on some seconds, bro, especially in best ball, if you forget, if pick 106, let's say pick 106, because that's halfway through. Pick 106, your guy is gone. If you could trade back, man, and maybe get the 111 and the 20 whatever, I don't mind that, Mike, because this second round is stacked, man, bro. This second round, and my biggest fear, I'm gonna ask you this, Mike, before we get to the startup draft. Ashton Jeanty, right? Let's say he goes to the Patriots. I took him at the 102. Where is he at for you in this draft right now?
He's going to be right around that range, 2 or 3, somewhere.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you this: if Ashton Jeanty goes, let's say somebody, you got that 102. Ashton Jeanty sitting right there. You don't want Shedeur. at the 103, do you say, so-and-so at the 108 really wants Ashton, man?
Yeah.
He ready to pay up. Like, he ready to give me 108, 203, 205, and a fourth. I mean, I'm just throwing out random picks, but I'm just saying,
yep.
Is it a way in your mind that you say, I mean, you the tear down king, so you might be the wrong guy to ask, but I'm just saying, when you think about Ashton Jeanty's landing spot and you say the Patriots, which I like the landing spot, don't get me wrong, but when you look at TreVeyon Henderson going to the Cowboys, you look at Quinshon Judkins going to the Chargers, those are two guys right there who could have a better rookie season than Ashton in year one, and you could have got him 10 picks later. So
the talent level ain't that far off. I would
that's
say
all I'm
definitely,
saying, bro. So that second round is
1,000% trading down if people will let me. If people will let me.
All right.
Here's one little nugget I just wanted to drop, right? Like to get a little bit in depth, right? Just context, and DB loves this because I like to stir the pot. I think GT's film is good. It's good. We watched it. I was like, okay. A lot of people are watching it. You saw Dwayne McFarland put out a tweet about like it's the third highest running back he's graded since 2015 or whatever the fuck it is. 93 score. Like, people love him. I get it. Film's good. I think everybody else is also very good. But I just want to point this out. Like, when you look at stats or advanced data and stuff like this, we have to remember he played in the Mountain West Conference, right? How many of you can name all the teams in the Mountain West Conference? Not many of you. I have a fucking tough time doing it.
Yeah,
I watch a shit ton of college football. I went to PFF and I was just curious. Run defensive grades, right, by conference. The SEC has 10 teams in the top 25 of run defensive grade last year. 10 teams out of the top 25. So when you talk about running backs like Dylan Sampson who came out of the SEC, right, like those guys, they're going against fucking hammer defenses over and over and over again. Pause. The Big Ten, they had 5 teams in the top 25. The ACC had 3 teams in the top 25. So I was like, hey, where's the Mountain West at here? The Mountain West had 3 teams in the top 50. 50, with the best one being at 35. That was their best run defense that they had. And then people will say, well, Mike, look what he did against Oregon. Look what he did in the game against Oregon early in the season when he played a big-time school. What happened to him? He dominated Oregon. He did. Oregon's run defense rating, 39th by PFF. When he played Penn State, who was a top 20, 16th to be exact, he had 30 carries, 104 yards, and he averaged 3.5 yards per carry, which, if y'all don't know, is not that fucking great.
Yeah. Nah.
I'm just stirring the pot a little bit to say that sometimes the level of competition does fucking matter at the running back position. You're playing fucking Fresno State and Colorado State and UNLV and Wyoming and whoever the fuck else is in the Mountain West that we don't know. Pick some school. Idaho, I don't even know if they're in the fucking Mountain West. I don't even know if they're divisional. Who gives a shit, right? Just something out there that no one cares about who don't have talent on their team. Of course his advanced data is going to look good. Of course his overall counting stats are going to look good. They should.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's a bad player, but it's like we give him all this credit for how well he did when all these other people like Caleb Johnson's out there smashing his head against fucking Ohio State's number 2 run defense and then still breaking off a long touchdown run against them. And it's like, we don't really know. He's not running away from fucking used car salesmen and future insurance men. He's running away from first-round NFL fucking talent on defense. Jeanty's running away from dudes who are going to be selling you fucking extended warranties on your car here pretty soon.
Hey, they're going to be on Friday Night Lights over there at my boy shop. What's my man name, Mike? What's my girl father name who own the shop on Friday Night Lights, Mike? Damn. They're gonna be working. They're gonna be working for him. I done forgot his damn name, Mike. But anyway,
Buddy Garrity.
Buddy Garrity.
I got you, boss. It took me a minute.
They're gonna be at Buddy Garrity.
Buddy Garrity Motors.
No, for real. But now with you though, Mike. And like I said, man, that 102 kind of. I'm not even gonna say the 102. The draft scares me because, like you said, it's so much talent that is so close to the high talent that, you know, if you take that one pick and somebody was offering you 3, man, it's kind of hard to pass up on it. You're going to really think about it like, oh, man, You know, like this to say no because you like having the 103. I get it. You know, that we get antsy, we get, and then we got till draft day. But for the degenerates that draft before draft day, like good luck with that, right? So I'm with this though, Mike. I ain't gonna lie. If I'm picking past, I told you before, months ago, if I'm picking past like 105, I'm willing to move back. If we draft them before the rookie draft, the actual rookie draft, oh yeah, I'll move back 100% because I'm gonna double my money and then shoot my shot at maybe two of these guys will work over whoever goes at the 106. So
I'm gonna be very player agnostic or take agnostic, besides, two players, and those are gonna be obvious, right? Like I'm gonna try to get Caleb whenever I can because that's my guy, right? And I'm gonna try to get Lachey everywhere I can in the third round, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna shoot my shots on Travis Hunter, and I'm gonna shoot my shots on Jalen Milroe, right? In those pre-NFL rookie drafts where we don't know shit. We don't really know what the fuck's going to happen. But outside of that, man, when I look at, what's the difference between Tet and Trey Harris? Not much for me. I don't really give a shit. What's the difference between Jeanty? Yeah, what's the difference between Jeanty and, Amari and Hampton? Not much for me. What's the difference between Jeanty and TreVeyon Henderson? Not much for me. I don't really care.
Landing spot, bro.
The only ones I can really say is there's a little bit of a separation at quarterback. Like I'm more willing to pull the trigger on Cam Ward, earlier than I am Shedeur or Jackson Dart. But the separation just really isn't there because there's not an elite talent that stands out in this class. Like a lot of it is like when we drafted in 22, which was a pretty piss poor class by all accounts. The only difference was Breece Hall stood out. It was like production. Yeah, big time conference, our bigger conference. It was a Power 5 conference in the Big 12. He had the production. He played in a big conference, and then he went out at the combine, and you're like, this is a 6-foot dude who just ran a 4.3 40, and he weighs 220 pounds ish.
Yeah,
right. Like, what's not to love? That puts him in company with Saquon Barkley and Jonathan Taylor and all these running backs of that size and that speed, and that was a separation. And then after that, it was like Kenneth Walker, Kenny Pickett, Garrett Wilson, Drake London.
I ain't gonna lie.
It was a bunch of the same shit that we were like,
in that draft,
we don't really know.
I was Drake London 101, baby. Drake was my dog, man. I took him over Breece, man. I ain't gonna
and it worked out for you. But anybody who took Breece, they feel fine about it. Anybody who took Garrett Wilson, they feel fine about it. Anybody who's got Kenneth Walker outside of the times his groin hurts.
They talked about Sky Moore a lot that
The only people disappointed were, me who pushed Kenny Pickett because he's a fucking quarterback, and that was good for like a year, and then that died off. And the people who, for whatever reason, pushed a fucking Mac wide receiver who wore 24 at wide receiver, which is that's a bad fucking look, man. There's no swag. There's no 24 at wide receiver does not get you on the South Harmon Vibes channel, okay? You are not a friend of the show at that point. Like, you got no swag. Fuck you. I'm not taking you. Those are the only people who are mad.
Nah, for real, man. So speaking of Cam Ward, though, Mike, you had your draft, and we got the Superflex 12-team PPR coming up. And hey, before we get that cracking, baby, we want y'all to go ahead. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Make sure you share this. You know what I'm saying? The one thing we need y'all to do more than anything, subscribe to the channel. If you're just watching it just to watch it, or if you on X or Twitch or one of these other programs, just tap on the YouTube, leave a comment, let me know, hey, I was here. That's all you got to say. Or just, hey, or fire emoji, whatever the case, man. Just try to tap in, show love, and we always going to show love back. So I ain't going to lie. I need to pull a little bit of more of this drinking this thing right there on Mike. So we're going to go ahead and take us a quick commercial break, and we be right back with it, baby. See y'all in 1 second.
Welcome to South Harmon. We glad you here today. Like and subscribe, that's what we really appreciate. Welcome to South Harmon, we glad you here today. Like and subscribe, that's what we really appreciate.
I gotta say this,
like just like that, we back, baby. What's good, Mike?
I gotta say, I'm sitting there, and I'm vibing to that. Right, I'm doing my thing, bouncing back and forth, off the wall, off the wall. I was sitting there. I didn't realize how good that song was. Like that could be a love making song. Like I never put the business down listening to that song, but next time I do, I think I might crank that up on the Alexa.
Hey, Mike, I ain't gonna lie. I love giving myself flowers, but I've been holding off on bringing up my own music on the show. I got the intros. That's enough. I know we do different artists and this and that, but your boy got a couple of little bangers too on the cut. You know what I'm saying, Mike? That's all I'm saying, man. So, whenever you want to pull out one of them Fizzle Dollars track, man, it's on you, bro. That's all I'm saying.
I got you.
Know?
All right.
I ain't asking for it. I'm just saying, I don't mind. I don't mind it. But yeah, Mike. I mean, hey, speaking of that, Mike, since we back from the commercial break, before we get this thing going to the next round of the meat and potatoes of the draft and what's going on, Mike, this your floor, this your time, baby. What we got? Introduce the people to some of these new tunes you got cracking, and let us know what you found this week, bro.
I love this, man. I love that I'm like the person to do it. Usually you're the one putting me on to shit, but
nah, I like this.
I'm taking it and run with it. I'm taking it and run with it. I love this.
Mike, this is why I don't mind us having this draft, because I know this is not the draft dynasty channel, but nobody's gonna do a mock draft like us. You know what I'm saying? Like this, nobody. If you looking at this right now, you never seen our channel and you just found this because you looked up mock draft, I promise you will never see another mock draft with Glorilla and my girl Mel from Snowfall. I promise you. You know what I'm saying? So, Mike, Speaking man, let us know what you found this week. We'll be playing with you know what I'm saying? So you'll never find nothing like this, baby. So if you don't like it, I'm sorry for you. But if you do, make sure you tap back in with it. But let us know what you got cracking, Mike. What you found this week?
I dig into. We've had a lot of country featured on here, right? That's my vibe. But I did find one today. New Music Friday. Finally, Spotify hit me with one, and I was like, oh, New Music Friday. Let's go. How about a little Quavo?
She ate up the drip and she started the film that was all on the chin and the lip. Walking in bed with a TP's nigga would have thought I was a motherfucking pimp. And I went the craziest. I lost some pieces I can't even remember. McLaren the spider the craziest. I dropped the top in the middle of December. No, the engine is not in the front and the back. I just carbon the fender. Balenciaga, Bottega, and Prada just took a virginity. Pop out, I told her to match my energy. Gangsters in the vicinity. Nigga, we been at the Cuban infinity. Rappers that turn into minimies.
This hole right here, my angle.
Niggas is gonna remember me.
This good shit.
Nigga, we call it a synonym.
I fuck with this one.
Don't get whatever you want, cause she gon' be gone in 10 minutes. Young nigga gremlins. I got some rest in my vitamins. She ate a K-pop, that's some ketamine. Then gave me some time.
I'm about to write a song tonight, bro.
On the block with the Fetterman.
This will get you on it. I liked it, man. Like the minute it came on, the beat, the flow with it, and then
I ain't even the biggest Quavo fan, but that's fire, right?
Me either, man. Like I was not a big Quavo fan, right? It felt like with him and you did the whole like Migos thing, and it was like that was like PG-13 rap to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for real, it was though. ABC 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that was like that was the shit you play in the car when you got your little kid with you and you don't want him to say any bad words.
Nah, for real.
And then Quavo's kind of been on this thing, since when he kind of did more solo stuff.
Nah, I mean,
doing
him and Takeoff, rest in peace, man. They were nephew and uncle, which I didn't even know they were like the same age. But them being so close, I think once he died, he kind of fell back. But I think he wouldn't be doing solo music if he was still alive. So I think he kind of is taking that on now. Like, you know what? It's my time. You know what I'm saying? So just right here, if you ever gonna drop something solo, this how you do it, Quavo. I ain't mad at you on this one.
He killed this one. All right, got one more for y'all. All right, change up speeds.
That's it. What we got,
my man Teddy Swims, Guilty. Right, a little bit of a love song here, but I love this shit, man. I played this about 55 times this week. I'm going to be on Spotify at the end of the year as like top 0.1% Teddy Swims fan, I think, at this rate. I might as well put my girl up there while this song goes on. You know what I mean? Might as well put it.
Hey, Mike, I was telling you before the show, bro. Hold on. Teddy Swims, Washington, D.C., July 16th, baby. He be here.
Let's go.
I might got to go, Mike. I ain't going to lie to you. I might got to go. This is for you. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? Teddy's doing it. The vibe. We can put Glow up here too.
Yeah,
I sing this to her too. I'll put Glow up here.
Bro, you put me on the Teddy Swims. Tomorrow, I'm playing Teddy Swims in the top.
I Would, man, is the latest album. I've tried everything but Therapy Part 2. Banger after banger.
Well,
One of the few like album drops that like I'm like, I fuck with this one, I fuck with this one, I fuck with this one. It's kind of like when Kendrick dropped his. That I was late as shit to.
Yes, Dirty Bird said you putting them on, man. Hey, listen, Washington D.C. July 16th. My boy Teddy Swim's gonna be here, man. Mike gotta check it out, Mike. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Teddy's doing his thing. Teddy's doing his thing,
Matter
man.
of fact, he got 2 shows here, 16th and the 17th. So that means he's pumping out here in D.C.
He is so to me musically eclectic, which I love because I'm kind of an eclectic person, right? Which for those of you who don't know, eclectic means you're kind of all over the place. You like, you're good at a little bit of everything. Like you're a little talented. When I first heard him, it was Lose Control, which I told you, Fizz, and I think I played on this show before, had like a lot of Motown to it, right?
Yeah.
Like when I listened to it and I heard how good his vocals were and the rhythm and the beat of the song, I'm thinking like, this is a brother. This got to be a brother. This got to be a brother. Sure. This got to be like a fine looking brother, tall, skinny, like one of those that's got them like real brown eyes, but you know what I mean, like them real sultry eyes. I was like,
how Alan thought Adam was a brother, right?
Exactly, because I didn't know what the fuck he looked like. Yeah. Then I went and looked who Teddy Swims was, and it's like a short, stocky, fat dude, white dude with face tattoos and like big old earrings, like gauge earrings and shit. I was like, beard. I was like, not what I pictured. Not what I pictured at all.
Nah, so, Dirty Bird said you putting them on, man. He said that Teddy Swims a banger, bro.
Something about a woman, man. That's a good one too. Like he dabbles in the country too. Like so he gets into the country. He's got like his traditional R&B stuff. He's got the stuff that's got like the Motown flair. I don't think I'm waiting for Teddy Swims to put out like a rap diss. Like I think he can do it. You know what I mean? He's all over the place.
Nah, for real, man. Shout out my boy Jay Jack in the building. We got D Walk in the building too, man. We appreciate y'all coming through. Theo, man, I saw you was in here earlier, bro. What's good with you, bro? I ain't forget about you, man. I got you, brother. But yeah, Mike, man, it's time to, I guess, after the mock draft Mondays and after me and you had our rookie draft, let's get into a little bit of this startup draft, man. So
yes, sir.
Me and Mike, we kept it the same way we did before with odd and even numbers. And I let my boy go first, and we all know who Mike took first, which he should. I ain't knocking him.
I wear the jersey tonight just for Pops.
I ain't knocking him. Yeah, Pops, where you at, man? Big hand, little hand, like Red said, he always around. So
I don't just talk that shit. I walk that shit.
That's it. Well, you know who I was gonna come with after that. So that wasn't even, we right back to back with it. So I think people, if they ever watch us, they know how this first 2 picks would have went, right? So Jaden Daniels went 101. I took Lamar Jackson 102. And the reason why I like having this first round, Mike, because now you get to kind of break down the strategy of, all right, I know I'm picking for like my strategy, but I kind of want to keep it for the team too. Like we drafting for what we like, but we also kind of trying to do with if I was at this pick, right? Or if so-and-so was at this pick. So I kind of like how we did it because we get to see what both of us like, but we also get to see, because I noticed, I said, I know I'm going against Mike. And that was my only thing I hated about going against you. I said, I know Mike gonna take these damn quarterbacks. Let me just switch it up and take some receivers and let him do his thing. And I'm going to take it for the players that don't want to be the quarterback-centric teams, right? So as you can see that, we're going to go down the list, but y'all can see a lot of these odd number teams quarterback heavy, and the even number teams kind of skip the quarterback. So Jaden Daniels 101, Lamar Jackson 102. You went Josh Allen, which didn't surprise me. How you feel about that Jalen Hurts? So you thought I would have taken him, or I was surprised you with that?
I knew you were gonna fuck me over. pick Jalen Hurts. Like I knew.
Hey, wait,
I knew that was coming.
103. Should have took 103, man. So you took. I ain't gonna lie though. Pat Mahomes at the 106. Well, 105. Mike, I'm gonna be honest. Pat been getting a lot of disrespect lately, man. I've been seeing 108s, 109. So I will say this, and I'm gonna say this out loud. I've been hearing this DK Metcalf stuff, whatever. After losing the yard the way they lost, Mike, that 4,000 yard Pat Mahomes, it's coming back in 2025, baby. I'm gonna tell you that right now. He coming back.
We're gonna have a 5,000 yard, 40+ touchdown Pat Mahomes season in 2025.
I'm trying to tell you,
shit's happening. You know, right after they trade for DK Metcalf and then they sign
Adams, somebody.
Yeah, they're gonna do some fucking crazy shit, man. They're gonna draft Colson Loveland in the first round to replace Travis Kelce. Xavier Worthy came on great at the end of the season. We'll probably end up with Rashee Rice doesn't get suspended, knees completely fine. You know, they're gonna come back and just shit on the rest of the league.
I'm with you. So I don't mind that pick at all, bro. 105 to me is early compared to what I've been seeing lately. Like a lot of disrespect being put on Pat name, man. So shout out to you.
Here's the thing: I'm picking at 105. The big four quarterbacks that I want are already gone.
Yep.
Who the fuck else am I taking? Right? I'm not taking a wide receiver over a quarterback in a Superflex league.
I'm with you.
Like a good quarterback. So, I mean, you look at the rest of them, it ends up being me who takes all the other first-round quarterbacks in this one anyways. Like, who the fuck else was I taking?
I knew that was going. So that's why I said, I'm going to let Mike do his thing. I'm going to do my thing. But I feel like in a real draft, other than Justin Jefferson going right here, maybe you might get a Joe Burrow at the 106, especially the way with the season he had. But I ain't gonna lie, Mike, I was being a little biased. I took Jefferson over Chase because I said, man, have Chase, man. I got to go with my boy. But I will say, I did follow suit once you took May. I said, all right, bet. So Justin Jefferson went 106. Drake May went 107. And what was your strategy with Drake over Joe Burrow?
I almost took Drake May over Patrick Mahomes, and I was like, I don't want to come on Friday and just get clowned. Like, Mike, what are you doing? I'm a big Drake May believer, but you know, I was also trying to do this realistically. But as we went on, I really found that it really sucks when I'm drafting against Fizz for 6 teams and myself for the other fucking 5.
Yeah, right? I'm with you.
It fucking blows, man. I don't like being in a league with 11 other smart people. It fucking sucks. I want some dummies.
I'm gonna be honest, Mike. Some of my picks I took because I knew I was drafting against you. And I'm like, damn, I want to be realistic with it, but I'm like, man, I can't let Mike win it all. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I took Jefferson. You took Drake May, which I actually like that pick, man. That's one of them picks where I'm not going to say it's too much of a wild card, but it's definitely a pick where you set the tone like, oh, yeah.
With my heart.
Team 7, I'm saying, like, Team 7 is, they definitely one of them teams in the middle drafting where you like, damn.
If you can't tell, I mean, we'll get to all the later picks, but just look at Team 7 and look top to bottom through 6 rounds. Team 7, I'm going to call that the My Guys tier. That's the My Guys team.
So that's what I mean. Team 7, you like, all right, I got to get my guy because Team 7 going to take him. You know what I'm saying? That's what I look at Team 7. So Team 8, I went ahead and took Jamar Chase, which I ain't going to lie. I thought about taking Burrow right there, but I said, nah, I'm going to take Chase, man, because I looked at this team as, you know what? I'm not taking no quarterback early. I'm going to just thug it out and just go, skill player. That was my thought of this team. So Joe Burrow went to 109. I took CeeDee Lamb, of course, at the 110, which I said, I ain't going to lie. Realistically, you might get a little bit more Malik Neighbors right there than CD these days, but I'm going to still put some respect on my guy's name. So CD at the 110. Mike took Caleb at the 111, which you pissed me off. I think I wrote in the comments like, you motherfucker. I was so mad because that was my next pick, but I knew you was going to do it. So I thought you was going to take Kyler though there. So I said, man, damn. Took Caleb. I took Malik Neighbors and Puka, which I ain't going to lie, Mike. When I took Puka, I knew that I didn't make you mad because I said, Mike going to go quarterback. This ain't bothering him at all. But
Team 11 became quarterback horde team. Like, fuck y'all.
For sure, yeah. And I ain't gonna lie, you pissed me off with that Bryce Young pick too. But I took Puka, you took Kyler. I went ahead and said, you know what, with this team, let me go ahead and switch it up. I'm gonna go Bo Nix, which I actually like that Bo Nix pick. What you think about Bo over CJ Stroud?
I don't hate it. CJ Stroud, I thought was an incredible value, which I was pretty happy to be able to take him at the 204. Just if we're doing this based on, trying to think about dynasty dynamics and dynasty value, he's not going to go this slow. Like, he's not going to go this late. But he did fall.
You're right.
I like the conviction though to say like Bo did his thing, and if Bo did this thing with a bunch of fucking nobodies and Cortland Sutton, because I will respect Cortland Sutton, the rest of them were fucking nobody junk. Imagine what happens if, I mean, we did mock draft Monday, right? But no, we did the rookie draft based on landing spots. What'd they add to Bo Nix, right? They added fucking Tet. They added a shit ton of offensive weapons to this team. So
this was my reason in taking them though. I thought about the rookie draft, so that was my reason.
And in the mock draft, right? All the Texans ended up doing was just adding. We added a Trey Harris, in the mid to late second. So. Yeah, the Broncos were a big winner of our mock draft Monday. So I, with that context in mind, that's why Bo Nix is over CJ Stroud. I don't fucking hate it.
Yeah. So with this team though, again, Mike, when I take the next pick, I say, you know what? And I ain't gonna lie, you surprised me with the same Brown pick because I thought you was gonna take JJ from me. I was gonna be mad as hell. So I went Brian Thomas because I said, you know what? What would a team look like starting off with Chase and Brian Thomas, bro? That'd be killer, right?
That's nice.
I went Brian Thomas because it reminded me of the Malik Neighbors and Puka Nacua. So I say, you know what? I'm going to get two teams like this that's kind of compete against each other.
Yeah.
You took St. Brown right after that. And then I said, man, bet. So I ain't going to lie. I thought Justin Herbert, but I knew having Justin Jefferson right there is no way I could pass on J.J. McCarthy and, banking on him being a starter.
That stack.
Yeah, get a stack. Bang on him being a starter this year. You took Nico Collins, which was a great pick. And right here, Mike, I'm not going to lie to you. I thought receiver, but I'm like, man, I can't pass on Jahmyr Gibbs, bro. Jahmyr Gibbs is just, I can't believe he fell to the 209. I got to get him right here. So Jahmyr Gibbs with Jalen Hurts. Justin Herbert went with Josh Allen at the 210. The 211 was me taking Bijan Robinson with Lamar. And I say, you know what? Lamar Jackson was my quarterback / RB1. So I look at Bijan as the RB2/1. Damn. And then you took Brock Bowers. I was like, God damn, I got like that one, bro.
This is just a crazy thing, right? So we're drafting, but I'm drafting against, myself. I'm drafting against you. We didn't really give a shit about tight ends, but at some point, I'm like, Brock Bowers is going in the fucking first round of most of the startups right now.
He was coming to me on that Bijan Robinson team.
No matter how much I sit here and I think about it, hypothetically speaking, in this league, Brock Bowers is still going to have crazy value, and I'm getting him at the 212 to pair with J-Day. Fuck this. Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's go. I'm in on tight end, man. Let's go.
And I'm not going to lie, Mike. I'm sitting here looking at this.
Oh, no, he did it again.
Man, with team one, bro. You know what I'm saying? Looking at Brock Bowers, and then you got Jaden Daniels and Ladd McConkey all on the same team, bro. That's tough, man. So you took Ladd. I went with JSN. Not gonna lie, Mike. I was like,
went back. I did make it third round reversal, so you got to go back to the team 12. Jordan Love was at 301.
Oh, you know what? I'm tripping, Mike. I'm totally tripping. My bad. So
by the way, little soapbox moment here. If you're doing a Dynasty 12 team Superflex league and it's not third round reversal, stop.
Yeah.
Just fucking stop.
Yeah.
Right? Do you want to give team one who had Jaden Daniels and Brock Bowers also the ability to draft Jordan Love or Marvin Harrison or Drake London or Ashton Jeanty? Get the fuck out of here. That is not fair shit at all.
And I totally violated by not bringing that up, bro. That's 100% my fault. So I ain't gonna lie. That was part of my strategy. That's why I'm so mad I forgot about it. When you took Brock, I said, you know what? That's why I took Malik and Puka, because I knew at the 112 I was gonna have the option of getting a quarterback at some point. So that's why I was okay with not taking one early. So I got Puka and Neighbors, and I went Jordan Love after that, which I thought was a solid pick. You took Marvin Harrison to go with your two quarterbacks. And then having CD, ultimately, I looked at Dak, and I thought about Cam, Shedeur, Tua, Bryce, and I said, man, Dak still got at least 4 more years of good football in him. So having CD just pushed a stamp on it. You took Drake London from me, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I would have took Drake London with Chase and Brian Thomas, and I would have ran this shit down to the ground, bro. So you kind of hurt my feelings with that. And I said, you know what?
Good.
I'm gonna go young movement. I'm gonna go Ashton Jeanty on this one. So I took Jeanty on this. And once you hit the Cam Ward button, I said, oh, here you go. He's starting it off already. So you took Cam with this one. So I took Shedeur because I said, you know what? I got JJ and Shedeur. 2 young guys. I'm going to have them for a while. And you took Saquon. I actually like that pick. Saquon behind Nico. And with Gibbs being there, I took Golf, man. I know D-Bro behind Golf. He got him like top 7 right now in Dynasty. Which is, I ain't gonna lie, I don't have Golf that high, but I looked at the offense and you got St. Brown, you got Gibbs, you got Laporta, you got, the offensive line, right? So I don't have Golf top 10, but if the guy has this same offense for the next 3 years, why can't he finish top 10? You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Golf, man. I say, you know what? I'm gonna roll with the Golf sweepstakes. So I took Jared Goff at the 3-8. You took my fault. The 3-9. You took Garrett Wilson. You took him from me. Bro. I was so mad. I was like, this Bama here, man. So you took Garrett Wilson from me. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna go JSN, man. And it was tough between him and Lab with me, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna go JSN because I'm looking at the trajectory of what we just saw, and maybe DK being moved, and maybe he start off as the 101. Tyler Lockett getting old. So you took Lad behind that. I wasn't mad because Lad was definitely my JSN pick if I didn't get him. And you took Trevor after that. So Trevor over Penix. How you felt about that?
I think it's fine. I mean, you got the Liam Cohen thing now, like with what Liam did with Baker the last couple of years, being in there and being a big part of that. I think Trevor, with Brian Thomas Jr., depending on what they do in the draft, I don't know what happens with Christian Kirk. Evan Ingram's a good tight end. Like, they got a good foundation in place for Trevor to have a big bounce back. And you're talking about taking, a real young quarterback with extreme amounts of potential who's kind of disappointed at this time, but I'm getting him in the 4th fucking round of a Superflex league to pair with Jade Daniels, and I'm just like, Trevor's going to be my quarterback too, right? Like, J-Day's going to carry everything for me at QB1. I don't mind it. I would rather have him over Michael Penix because Trevor's a little bit more mobile. He's a little bit more established. There's a little bit less question marks. But the rest of the quarterbacks I went after, I think it's about the perfect range for T-Law, to be honest.
Yeah, and honestly, I like it. I ain't the biggest T-Law fan, but I will say when I read it, I say, you know what? I don't mind it either. You know what I'm saying? So you took T-Law. I went ahead and took Penix because I said, we got Bijan Robinson. So I thought about it, Mike, after I did it. I said, damn, I got Lamar, Bijan, and Michael Penix. I kind of like that stack right there. So, of course, you could see the pick afterwards. You're going to get to soon. You took Trey McBride, and I said, damn, man, Mike that took these damn tight ends. Mike ain't a tight end guy. I'm sitting here. That's the problem, Mike. When I know it's just me and you took Trey from me, I'm like, man, Mike don't even draft tight ends, man. So I was banking on you not taking them. So Trey McBride right there at the 4-3. I took Doo-Doo Brown. I said, man, add the Doo-Doo to the mix, man. You know what I'm saying? I got to go ahead and put that in there. I ain't going to lie, though, Mike. It was between A.J. Brown. I say this. I put a little bit of respect on his name because I said, you know me. I'm not an A.J. Brown drafter. I always skip him because I said I can always get a value that's similar to him later. I just felt like, man, at this point, with winning the Super Bowl, I got Jalen Hurts. I got to put a little bit of respect on his name with the stack, man. So I took A.J. Brown right there because why not, right? You know what I'm saying? With having Jalen Hurts and then him being in the 4th pick in the 4th round, I felt like it made sense to do that. So
yeah, it does.
A.J. Brown right there. You took Breece Hall, which you got the Saquon Breece Hall stack. And I'm not going to lie. I said, man, I kind of like this. Pat, Nico, Saquon, Breece. Now, this is why I like how me and you did the draft between us. Because I looked at this team, Mike. This is the one team I looked at, and I said, bro, I see one quarterback. Mm-hmm. This ain't a Mike draft. You know what I'm saying? No. But I like that you switched it up because we drafting as if we are different people. So I did like how you switched that up. I even took A-Chan. I wouldn't have took A-Chan right here, Mike. I ain't gonna lie. I probably would have took T. Higgins, to be honest. But I took A-Chan because I said I don't have a running back, and I'm just trying to switch it up a little bit, change the vibes up. So I took Devon A-Chan right here. You stole wrong from me because I'm not gonna lie, Mike. This team,
team 7 is my guys. I'm taking
Mike,
my guys.
Team 8 was my receiver run. I was going to go Drake London and Rome if I could have, bro. I would have just figured it out after that.
So you get fucked on Team 7 and Team 9 doing
dirty. You did me dirty, bro. So I said, you know what, Mike then took my guy, which I probably would have took T there, but I said, nah, let me just switch it up. Let me go ahead and just change it up. So I went Baker Mayfield. You took Omari and Hampton, which I also like with this team. And then I started thinking later though, Mike. I said, man, I gotta start looking at the teams and seeing who's the older team and who's the younger team, because that kind of hit me a little bit too, right? When I look at your team one, you got J-Day, Bowers, Ladd, and Trevor. I mean, even TreVeyon Henderson. I mean, Luther Burton, right? I don't know if you paid attention to this while you was drafting, but that whole team is on a rookie contract other than Trevor, right? So
yes, sir.
I looked at that and I said, man, team one is, 2-3 years in. So I tried to kind of corner my teams in a sense where, are we winning now or are we, still building and keeping that juice going? So once you took what was we at? You took Omari and Hampton. I took T. Higgins because I said I already got Dak, CD Lamb. I might as well get an older veteran kind of, T. Higgins not that old, but he can carry me almost like CD Lamb can. And when you took Bryce from me, it hurt my feelings, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was pretty sick, man.
I said, team quarterback horn at this point. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, bro, you pissed me off, man. I said, this man here. But I ain't gonna lie, because my next two picks for this team,
we assume D-Walk, half-point tight end premium, by the way, for your question. That's just kind of standard.
That's kind of how I went into it. But I will say, Mike, when you took Bryce, bro, my next two picks was going to be Tua and Bryce because of the Tua injuries all the time. So when you took Bryce, it pissed me off, and I didn't want Brock Purdy. So I said, let me go Smitty, man, just say F it, So I kind of like this stack, though. Malik Neighbors, Puka, Love, Tua, and Devonta Smith. And then, that I kind of like that one right there, bro. So
this is just proof that even in a draft, I'll do what's right for my team.
You
take fucking Brock Purdy when I'm already quarterback hoarding. Fuck it, let's go again.
You surprised me. So you took Purdy.
Team Big Cock Brock.
I took Xavier Worthy because I say, you know what?
That one pissed me the fuck off.
I know it did. And I said after the year that he had, Rice still being hurt, the Super Bowl game, he went off. Let me take him. Because like I said, I looked at this team and I said, man, T. Higgins, not old. CD, not old. Bo, not old. But Dak is a little seasoned. But, hey, we could roll with it. So you took Caleb Johnson.
You know what I wanted? Cool. I wanted Xavier Worthy to keep falling so I could pair him on my Team 5 with Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, I know.
That's what I fucking wanted.
I know you did. But when you took Caleb Johnson, I'm not going to lie. That was my next pick. Because I'm not going to lie, Mike. I kind of hate how we putting so much disrespect on A. Rich. But I'm like, come on, man. If the guy can have, 14 games started, he should be okay, right? He should be okay. So I felt weird even having him fall to the 5th. So I felt like to have Baker and A. Rich is not the strongest quarterback room. But if A. Rich works out and Baker starts off the way he did last year with the top 2, top 3 performances, this is a sneaky team right here at 108, bro, to have Chase, BTJ, Ashton, and then A, you know what I'm saying? That's a wild team, bro. So that was my thought process of that. So when you took Travis, I said, oh man, he going with his rookie stuff again. So that's what, bro, I'm not gonna lie. Mike, if you notice, every time you took a rookie, I took one because I was like, man, he trying to steal all the rookies for the show. So
I was going to if you didn't.
So I said, you know what? Let me go Jackson Dart right here because I know he need a quarterback on Team 5, and why not? So I got the young quarterback movement. I said I got Justin Jefferson, Achane, but I got JJ, Shedeur, and Dart. I looked at that team as we not gonna win right now, but we got youth at the quarterback position for at least another 3 years. So that's how I took that one. When you took Rashee Rice, I was kind of surprised. I know what your stance is on Rice.
This is because of the Xavier Worthy thing. I wanted to pair Worthy with Patrick Mahomes, but you fucked me. You fucked me hard on this one. Pause.
No diddy.
No diddy. No Jello. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, I wanted to pair Patrick Mahomes and get a receiver, right? Like I wanted it. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, I've talked so much shit on Rashee Rice. I don't even think I mean, if you tell me in a vacuum, I'm not taking Rashee Rice over Zay Flowers. I'm not taking him over fucking Addison. I'm not taking him over, Ibuka, Tet, and Luther Burden, and, like Tyreek Hill. But I'm like, fuck it. I already committed to this one. I was going to take Xavier Worthy, no fucking questions. Fizz fucked me. Rashee Rice, and let's just hope for the best. Maybe I could trade him. If not, I got the stack if he actually plays a fair number of games this season.
Nah, and I like that one. I'm not going to lie, though. I kind of panicked on this one. Because when I looked at your team after the draft, I said, well, he already got Trey and Bowers on the next two teams. He would have took Laporta anyway. I didn't even have to do that, to be honest. So maybe I'm wrong, but I looked and I said, he didn't even need no tight end. Why the hell did I do this? But I feel comfortable with it right here. I wasn't mad at it. So I took Laporta right here with the AJ, Jared Goff, Gibbs, and Hurts. You took Bucky, which Bucky was originally going to be my pick because what I was going to do was make this the running back team and then take the receiver in the next round. So you took Bucky. I took Zay Flowers for you because I said I got Lamar and Zay, and I got Bijan and Penix. So I actually like that stack too, right?
Dirty motherfucker, because I wanted to take Zay and then Luther Burden. Fuck TreVeyon.
I mean, Mike, when you look at it, it had Lamar and Zay and Bijan and Penix, man. I like that, bro. That's a tough, that's a tough little stack. So you took TreVeyon Henderson and Luther Burden. And of course, I couldn't lead the draft without getting my boy Addison. I'm not gonna lie, Mike. This team too, bro. This is right up my alley right here, man. This JSN, Zay, and Jordan, man, and with Lamar and Penix, that's my type of squad right there, brother.
This is the one pick in the draft I regret, and not because I don't think Ibuka is good. And we got him going to the Steelers, which I think would be a great landing spot, a perfect pairing, an underneath guy who gets to be kind of that target slot, that slot target hog. With a GP still doing his thing down the field. Like, this is the only one when I look back on it and I go, fuck. Taking Tyreek Hill here when I got Bucky, right? Like, I'm banking on Bucky repeating and being as good as he was. I took a tight end in Trey McBride. I'm banking on Garrett Wilson finally getting a quarterback. And I had Josh Allen and Justin Herbert, like, win now team. I would have rather taken Tyreek Hill here than Ibuka. If I could do it over again, it would have been Tyreek Hill.
Hey, Mike, I'm not going to lie. When I saw how far Tyreek fell, I was like, damn. And I see D-Walk said he will want team 4 or 8. And then he said, no, this bro, 4 or 8 is my
4
team.
Is his team.
I had the even numbers. So
D-Walk's out here disrespecting
both of those are my
me
team,
low-key.
so, yeah, he disrespected Mike, brother, not me, man. It's all love, though. I'm with you, though, Jake, man. That's my biggest fear, man, is that Pittsburgh doesn't have the quarterback room right now. And we just don't know what's going to happen there. So I want Luther Burden to honestly go to a Dallas Cowboys, Houston Texans, somewhere where he can literally be the the receiver 2 and just light it up, bro. So I'm with you on that one, though, Jake. But I will say after I took Jordan Addison for this, like I said, bro, pick 2, man. I love that team, man. You took Ibuka, who went to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Having Ibuka right there, Mike, with Garrett Wilson, how you feel about that receiver room?
Like I said, man, if I could do it all over again the way I built the team already, I should have fucking taken.
You would have took Tyreek?
I should have taken Tyreek. Like, this is a win now team, and I should have stuck to that direction. Instead, I'm relying on a number 2 rookie wide receiver. I'd much rather rely on Tyreek. If this was a real draft, Fizz, and this was going to be a real league, like, I'm waiting for Ibuka, like, hype. I'm waiting for Ibuka to do something, in Steelers minicamp or do something in the preseason where he starts getting talked up. And then I'm trying to move him for a vet like Terry McLaurin from Team 11, something like that. Like, that's what I'm trying to do, plus something on the other end.
Yeah.
Like, here, you take the youth. You want more youth or whatever. I want to take the production. So that's probably my only regret.
All right, so I took Jonathan Taylor to go with Jameer Gibbs, AJ Brown, Chandler Porter. And I'm not going to lie, Mike, I probably would have took Tyreek Hill for this team right here too, Team 104. So I actually like, so far how things shook out on this last round, but I think we kind of slipped on Tyreek Hill, bro. So you took Tet from me, and I damn sure hit you in the messages. I was so goddamn pissed off. Said, this man don't even like Tet, man. What the hell going on? So you took Tet with this team. Good pick. I took DJ Moore out of spite because I said, you know what? Why not, right? Add him to the mix. You took Kenneth Walker right there. So this is your first running back on this team. How you felt about having quarterback, receiver, and then finally going running back with this team.
Oh, I'm definitely trading Kenneth Walker the minute the fucking league trades open up.
Would you have taken Tyreek Hill over Kenneth Walker right there?
No,
I think you probably should have.
This is going to be team my guys anyways. Fuck it. But I'm trying to trade Kenneth Walker for a receiver. I'm going to team 10 to Xavier Worthy, being like, "Hey, you trying to compete? Can I get Xavier Worthy?"
Well, I'm gonna be honest, Mike. I told you about team 8, and I told you when you took Drake from me, and then you took Rome from me, you helped me with Tyreek because this was the team that was my receiver stack team. The whole draft, I was like, "This is my receiver team," and you took Drake and Rome from me, so. Tyreek being right there was a blessing. I said, "Oh, hell no. Ain't no way I'm skipping on this one." So for me to have, again, A-Rich, if he pans out to be half of what we think he could be, Baker Mayfield being at least a top 7 quarterback with what he did last year, Ashton, Jeanty, one of the hottest picks, BTJ, Jamar Chase, and Tyreek, man, that team 8 is on fire, Mike. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. So I like that team 8. I like that teammate, baby.
It's
so you went James Cook on that one. I like this one because you got Omari and Caleb and James Cook. I went ahead and said, you know what? F it, man. Mike taking on the damn tight ends anyway. Let me take Tyler Warren, who went to the Chargers, and just have a good time with this one. I'm not sure if I probably would have solidified that pick, Mike, but I said, you know what? F it, man. Mike went tight end heavy. Let me just have a little bit of fun. Throw a tight end in the mix. And then you kind of surprised me with this Terry pick, though, Mike, because I can't. I wanted to take another who was available, but I seen like 2 guys there. I was like, I'm surprised Mike took this one.
I wanted to take a fuck quarterback, but I looked at the list and I was like, they're all shit. I'm
not gonna lie. Replaced. I almost took Sam Darnold, and I was like, nah, Mike ain't taking no Sam Darnold.
Fucking way. No fucking
I said
way.
Mike ain't taking no Sam Darnold, so
I looked at this is team quarterback horde. I looked at the fucking list and I was like, Matthew Stafford, I guess. Matt Stafford is my best. Fuck this.
Yeah, if I knew Justin Fields had a contract, he would have been up here. But you kind of surprised me with the Terry McLaurin. And I ain't gonna lie,
these are the list of the quarterbacks available. All right, like the ones left. Right, I pull up the draft: Sam Darnold, Geno Smith, Justin Fields, Matt Stafford, Derek Carr, Russ, Kirk Cousins, Aaron Rodgers, Will Levis. Like, fuck you.
Yeah, I knew that wasn't going to happen, right? I knew that wasn't going to happen.
Fucking way. No way.
So I will say this, Mike. When you took Terry, though, I will say, I looked at the list. We had Olave, Waddle, Pickens, Metcalf, Ayuk, Jaden Reed, Jerry Jeudy, Josh Jacobs. I'm not gonna lie, Chase Brown was real close with me with Kyron Williams, but Chase Brown, Derrick Henry, and I'm not knocking Terry at all because I love Terry and what he got going on with J-Day. But
I'm taking Terry and I'm trading him to Team 1.
Okay,
Jaden Daniels, Steve. Like, listen, you got a nice base, it's youth or whatever. I'm trading him to Team 1, and I'm being like, hey. Luther Burden.
I mean, team 11 is a trade team at this point. You got quarterback heavy. You pretty much just you ain't winning this year. So
yeah, you ain't fucking winning this. This is a QB horde trade. Like this. You just take guys who got value. There was no quarterbacks left. I'm trying to trade them plus a quarterback to somebody else to get some fucking darling rookie. Right. That's what I'm doing. And future picks. Right. Like I'm trading them. You got teammate, which is competing. Right. Like. Can I trade you Terry McLaurin for your fucking 27 first and a 26 second, something like that?
Yeah,
not like if you sitting there and you can I can add Terry to this fucking squad I got already as my 4th wide receiver, right? Can I add Terry to this and it costs me a 27 first and a 26 second? Fuck yeah, I'm doing it. This team's all in.
So I'm gonna ask you this, Mike. If you was a team that it's a new league, you didn't know what was going on, you ain't nobody else in it. If you didn't take Terry right there, out of Chase Brown, Josh Jacobs, Olave, Waddle, Pickens, Metcalf, Ayuk, Jeudy, where would you go other than McLaurin? Like, because I'm looking at the team, it's a young team. Kyler Murray, Caleb, Bryce, Purdy, Marvin. Where would you go if you was a team that like I said, new league, you don't know nobody, you don't know who going to make the trade with you. Where would you go other than Terry?
Cow pits.
Hey man, get off my screen, man. I'm kicking your ass off the show, man.
Cow pits.
Come on, man. You know that's my boy, man. Stop playing with me, man. All right, man. Whatever, man. Hey, F you, man. Go ahead, man.
Cow pits. That's where I would have went.
I'm gonna leave Mike alone, man. Anyway, man. So look, I ain't gonna lie, Mike. I took Kyron Williams right here at the end of the draft. I'm not gonna lie though. I went off Kyron because of production, but Chase Brown was right there with me, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I was real like hesitant with Kyron because I said, man, that boy Chase was going off, man, and that Bengals defense gonna take a whole lot to change and fix. And you know, I still believe they're gonna have to put up 30 plus points a game to compete this year. So I do like Kyron, but the fear of Matt Stafford leaving, Cooper Kupp leaving, and the defense getting better, I almost took Chase Brown right there, man, with this team. So I ended it with Kyron, but Chase Brown was a close second right there, bro.
I think with all the, you asked me about who I would have taken other than Terry. Looking back on it, Chris Olave or George Pickens, there's a lot of people who come in the fucking AMA on Wednesday night,
Yeah.
Still touting them. They still hold a lot of dynasty value for whatever reason. Like people still really love them. That's probably the pick. But I think production-wise of Terry, that's one of those things where I'm still like, fuck it. Why not?
Yeah.
I'm not taking him because I'm thinking, I saw D-Walk put in the chat here, never done a horde, but wouldn't Terry age out? I'm not thinking about aging out, right? I'm not taking Terry to keep.
Yeah, you trying to move him.
I'm trying to move his ass.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. And to be honest, bro, I feel like we could have went 8 rounds and this would have been still solid. So
yes,
for anybody that need to screenshot it, go ahead and do it. But next week, or maybe not next week, but the next one, maybe we might reach out to the Patriots, man. If you want to sign up, man, South Harmon. What's that? Patriots / South Harmon FF, Mike, or is it South Harmon?
Patreon.com/South Harmon.
South Harmon. Here we go. So I think the next one, Mike, we might have to holler at the community, man. Let them have a little bit of fun drafting with us, and then we'll do another review, man. But the draft, we got the combine coming up in next week or the 2 weeks after that, and then April
next week.
Yep, the end of the April, we're gonna have the actual NFL draft. So we might do 2 or 3 more of these, man, before the draft come on, man. Just to have a little bit of fun, see where people got players landing, and of course, with the combine coming, we all know every player on this rookie list, at least. I mean, I'm not even just saying 1 or 2, Mike. Literally, almost every player on this list right here might be switched around after the combine, bro. So
that's crazy. Here's the one thing I do want to point out about that startup draft too. Like, we're drafting rookies right now without knowing landing spot, without knowing combine, without knowing pro day, none of that shit. We don't know anything.
Yeah.
So I'll say this: if you're in a draft where you actually have to have draft player names for your rookies, like, this is why you don't see the 101 or the 102 in people's minds going into the 3rd round, because we don't fucking know.
Yeah.
If it's the pick, right? If it's the 101 pick, Fizz, this shit goes like a round earlier. It goes around earlier, right? Like, you're like, fuck it. It could be anything.
What's funny? I started to ask you if you wanted to do that too, but I said nah, because y'all did the mock drafts on Monday. So I was like, let's just do it the way that we did it with the mock landing spots. But if we did it as just a pick, oh, you're 100% right, bro. That pick would have been 3rd round minimum, like early third.
Yeah,
early third.
It's probably mid-second somewhere right now, pretty easily.
I would say this: where Marvin Harrison went, I might take the 101 over Dak Prescott right there.
Yep. Yeah, I can get on board with that. That's a pretty easy one. I would say you got a good case for maybe even the Justin Herbert or the Nico Collins, something in that range.
Sure.
Right?
For sure. No question.
Right now, if it's just the pick, if you're drafting a kicker as a placeholder for the pick, goes a lot earlier. But because it's actual player names and you're like, well, I could see, Jeanty fall into 20, 25, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what happens if they draft a Caleb Johnson in the 1st round? Like, something like that happens. And what's the difference between the two? Like, we don't really know. So as it stands right now, when you draft player names, this is always one thing I want to point out to people when they do startup drafts at this time. If you're doing picks, right? If you're doing picks, just the pick number carries a lot of value insulation. right? Like Jeanty
Definitely.
blows out a hammy or fucks up a knee at the combine or whatever the fuck happens. You don't have to worry about the actual pick number decreasing in value. You got to worry about the player decreasing in value. So this is why you see when it's players versus picks, right after you get that little bump, right? When you change over to actual players, and once it's solidified with NFL draft capital, then you see a nice little rise.
Yeah. Yeah, no question, man. I mean, I don't know, how many people still waiting around, kicking it with us. But if you here now or you watching later, man, let us know in the comments what you thought about each team. You can go through 1 through 12 and give us your best rankings of each team. Kind of break it down. I still got it up here for you to screenshot it, go through it. And I'm not gonna lie, Mike, looking at it now, before we bring ourselves back on the screen, give me your top 1 and 2 team.
Oh man, you know I'm always going to be biased.
No. I mean, you could be biased, but So I say this: give me your number 1 team and your number 12 team.
No,
let's do that.
Man, number 1, like you hit on a lot of good things. Team 8 is really boom or bust, right? Like if you hit on Anthony Richardson the rebound, and Baker Mayfield can come close to repeating what he did with Chase and Brian Thomas, and then Jeanty at the the running back position, and then grabbing Tyreek Hill in the 6th round. Holy shit, this team could be a ridiculous contender. Sure. Team 11, my quarterback horde one's never going to look good on paper because you're like, you got too many quarterbacks. Yeah, but that's one of those teams that's just loaded with dynasty value if you can move. Move.
That's a good.
And then team 1, just fucking going out and me just drafting all like youthful guys. Right? Yeah. It's all youthful. And the Brock Bowers, it's like, these are all dudes that fucking teams want, other than maybe Trevor Lawrence right now. But that's something that could change a few weeks into the season.
I will say team 1 is a team for me, Mike. You draft that team knowing I'm not winning championship this year, but give me a year and a half and I'm gonna be right there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I might trade off whatever you get. Let's just say you get some older guys and you'll pick 8, 9, 10. You trade those off for some 2nd round picks or late first, and then in a year, because I got a team like this, right? I currently have a team like this where my quarterback room right now, Mike, I got 5 quarterbacks. All of them, other than Justin Fields, are literally 1-year quarterbacks. Caleb, we got Bryce, Caleb, Justin Fields, JJ McCarthy, and Michael Penix. So when I look at that team, that's giving me the vibes of a team 1 because I have Rome Odunze, Marvin Harrison, Puka Nacua. Like this team is it's so young that I know I wasn't gonna win this year, and I was okay with that. But I ended up with the pick 102 in this league. So now I got pick 102, I got the 202, and I got all these young guys that are under 1 or 2 years on their contract. So that's what team 1 reminds me of, a team that I might not win this year, but give me a year and a half, and I'm going to be competing for the next 4 years. You know what I'm saying? So I like team 1 in that aspect of being young, but having the skill to at least in a year and a half, bro, be breaking records for the next 3 years. So that's what team 1 is to me. So matter of fact, instead of going on that, Mike, let's just go. Team 1 to me is a year and a half, 2027 championship building team.
There you go.
Team 2, what we got?
Competing this year, Lamar and Bijan, JSN. Like that's going to do it. The question is, can you get the Penix step forward? Like if you get the Penix step forward, this team's going to be in a good spot.
Raheem Morris being there, bro. I don't see it, but I do like Penix for a solid 18 to 19 points. I just don't think that coaching staff is ever going to bring the best out of Penix though. I think 3, I think he's going to be mid every season.
Team 3 is competing right away, and it would be a one of the powerhouses if it didn't draft Emeka Egbuka in the 6th and took Tyreek Hill instead. It would be
I'm with you.
Josh Allen, Herbert, G-Dub, Trey McBride at tight end, Bucky Irving in the 5th round at the running back position, and then Tyreek Hill would be pure sex, boner alert.
For sure.
Team 4.
I think Team 4 is going for a championship this year.
Team 4 is going for a championship right now. Team 5 could be there. Team 5 could be there. Everything about Team 5. they need to hit on one of these old crusty quarterbacks that I named who are still available, right? Like
Maybe
in the
Justin
7th,
Fields,
8th, 9th round, right? They need to hit on that.
Yeah.
Team 6 is set up with a lot of youth and a lot of unprovenness at the quarterback position. And then the DJ Moore pick is the only thing where I'm like, it doesn't really fit the rest of it, right? Like you took an H-An and you took a DJ Moore. It's like those are two pieces where you're like, maybe.
That DJ Moore pick was a bet on Ben Johnson making him great. That's what it was, honestly.
Team 7 is like ride or die with the fucking dudes, right? Like either you're right about these dudes or you're fucking wrong.
You're wrong.
You pick wrong. That's a wild fucking swing right there. Team 8, we touched on, if A. Rich plays well and Baker kind of repeats, that's a dangerous fucking team. That's probably the favorite.
Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Team 8, they could win 3 championships in a row if A. Rich hit.
Team 9 is like the team disrespected, right? Joe Burrow gets a lot of disrespect. CJ Stroud's obviously disrespected. Yep. Drake London's been disrespected. And then all those running backs. James Cook, think about what James Cook did last year. This is the 609.
And people still don't respect him. Yeah,
they still don't fucking respect him. Yeah. Team no respect. So this is also one that could be very, very sneaky good. Team 10, Bo Nix, CeeDee Lamb, T. Higgins, Xavier Worthy, Tyler Warren. That's also a pretty good contending team. Not too fucking bad on paper. Probably got to shore it up, with running backs. We don't know where it's going to come, but if you're going to like pass on anything for fucking 6 rounds, might as well be running backs, man. There's a lot of good ones out there still. Team 11. Team 11's the one that's going to be the active trade and tank for the 101 in 2026, right? That's what that team is. This team knows its identity. We fucking suck. We're here. We're open for business. And then Team 12, you kind of touched on it. It's kind of like, hey, we're looking towards the future. Hopefully. Now, we can kind of compete, but this is also one by like week 6. If it ain't going so well and we're 2-4, Kyron's on the move. Fucking Jordan Love's on the move. Tua's on the move, and we're holding on to Malik and Puka.
I was just about to say, with Team 12, bro, you just crossing your fingers for Jordan Love and Tua to stay healthy. And Puka, if those 3 guys stay healthy, you at least going to be pick 9 to 10.
Yeah.
I can see you at pick 9 or 10 with this team. But if they miss more than 6 games like they've been doing for the last 2-3 years, then you probably going to be pick 5 or 3,
I'm with you.
I will say, if you pick it in the top 5 with this team at pick 12, bro, it ain't bad either next year. You know what I'm saying? So,
yep, yes, sir.
It's a win-win either way, bro. You either gonna be good or you ain't, but it's going to still work out for you. So, I like that exercise, bro. I'm actually glad we did that because, again, I feel like this draft isn't like any other mock draft. When you go online, you look at mock draft, they start off with, this is what we're doing. This is the breakdown. Bro, we talked about music and Snowfall and Glorilla and all this other stuff before we even got to this, right? So I like how we do things over here, and I'm not mad at it. And I think we should do this at least once a month, man. Just kind of refresh our, let people know what we still bring to the table, but bring our little sauce and a little bit of seasoning to it, baby. So screenshot that, we're going to bring ourselves back up on the screen one more time. And yeah, Mike, I actually, like I said, I enjoyed it, man. I like how me and you did it because I said it'd be a lot easier if me and you do it. That way it's not overdrawn and we can just figure out what we both want to kind of do in a sense and know that me and you are doing it against each other, but we're thinking about other players and other teams while we do it. So going forward, though, again, next week, or not next week, but the next time we do it, maybe we tap in with the Patriots, man. So, hey, if you want to go ahead, sign up, man. Any tier at this point, Mike. Any tier, just tap in with us, man. We just trying to get more people in. We do the mock drafts on Mondays. Thursday night, we do film sessions. What else we got going on in the chat right now, Mike? I mean, other than, hey, just being a dope-ass community, bro, we in there every – I'm not going to lie, and the Heisman tier is a little bit different. No, not the Heisman tier. What we on, Mike?
Savage.
Johnny
Depp, Cologne.
Listen, I'm not going to lie to you. In the Savage tier, bro, I feel like the Heisman tier. That's why I said that, because I was thinking about J-Day. I don't know why the hell I think about this man all the time. And No Diddy, right? No Diddy, man. I think about my boy all the time, man. if I ever seen him going down the street, man, I'm damn sure going to pull over and show my boy a little bit of love, man. But no diddy on that.
No,
shout out my boy J-Day. But I will say, shout out to the Savage tier, man. And I'm not gonna lie to you,
J-Day.
We have a blast in there, bro. It's like dudes night out all day, every day in this tier. But at any tier, man, $1 tier, $5 tier, $10, it doesn't matter, man. If you want to tap it with us, have a little bit of fun, join a community that you get love back when you show it or you just show up. We got you. And like I said, Monday night, we got the draft, Monday night mock drafts, and Thursday night film sessions. And this week we had Trey Harris and Jackson Dart, right?
Yes, sir.
Next week, I see we got that Ohio State coming up, right, Mike?
Yeah, we're going to watch some Judkins and TreVeyon and Emeka Buka, and we'll get a little Will Howard in there. I had to throw G. Scott in there, too, like just to piss Johnny off. That's all that
Hey, Mike, I'm not going to lie. It's always good when you got like 3 players on one team. So now,
and in reality, you know why? Well, Quinshawn's good, and Ibuka's good, and TreVeyon's good, and Will Howard's kind of interesting, and G. Scott is like my super sleeper tight end, like down there. I'm really just tapping into the film session just to watch all the Jeremiah Smith that they'll fucking throw at me, man. I want to watch the 27 and 101. I want to watch the King. Baby. I want to watch the King do the work, man. I want to watch Jeremiah just cook kids.
2027, man. One thing I will say, if you ain't got the 2027 picks, you better go get them, man. I will say that right now.
If you've traded away your 2027, get that shit back. Right?
I'm trying to tell you. Hey, that Terry McLaurin that you got up, man, for grabs, try to figure out a way to get you some extra picks and the 2027 with that. So, yeah, man, like I said, man, we're going to do this Friday again soon, man. We're going to try to tap in with the Patriots and try to get other perspectives and other draft minds and see different routes and different ways of how we do this thing. But I will say at the end of the day, you will never see a mock draft like tonight. I promise you that. If you do, they copycatted us, baby, because we started it off. You know what I'm saying? We had a good time with our draft. So.
I do got to point out one thing, man. I see the Fantasy Football Expo's got their own podcast, their own YouTube show. And I'm,
for real?
Dude, Bob Logan's my guy. But is there a better fucking community to have on for the Fantasy Football Expo podcast than this one?
Hey.
No.
Hold on, man.
The answer is unequivocally fucking no. Bob, what's going on here?
My boy Bob, man. You know Bob, man.
Bob.
I'm gonna have to hit my boy Bob. You know the story, Mike. My boy Bob, he went through the list. He shook everybody's hand. He saw your boy. He gave me that dap. So I'm gonna have to inbox my boy, man. Bob, man, what's up, man? Can we get up on the show or what, bro?
I think I'm still bleeding from that
hey, man,
Obama
I scratched
dap.
Mike. Hey, Mike, I just clipped my nails. I gotta keep that pinky nail, boy. You know, I gotta keep that pinky nail cracking. But all the other ones, I done trimmed them down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I scratched my boy whole face up. I went in for the dap, and he moved it. So it was one of them but I will say this though, Mike. For those that come to what's this? February? Expo was in August. When we gonna did we already lock in on the new spot, or are we just talking?
We're about 3 weeks away. I will let you know when I have it booked and paid for, and then we'll get the reimbursement there. But yeah, the new spot here probably mid to end of March should be
okay.
Lock.
So unfortunately, man, if you were part of the community, if you were part of the show, we don't have the school anymore. I know that if you missed it, you missed it. I'm not gonna lie, you missed out on a great opportunity.
Go.
This spot right here is a little smaller, well, a lot smaller, but it's a little more personal. I look forward to this one, Mike, more than the school. And this is
there are some upgrades. A pool, a movie theater, and a hot
basketball court.
A basketball court. Yeah, we got some upgrade. We do got some upgrades that are gonna make it pretty fucking nice. Trust me. Bunch of shitheads in a hot tub.
I look forward to this one more though, because we done had our fun. For people that's already been with us, we had our fun in the school. We had our fun waking up, walking in the hallways, doing whatever we wanted to do. I feel like this year though, in the school, in the new place, it's a little smaller. So that now it's more like personal. Like I told my people, I said, bro, now we can actually wake up and have breakfast at a table and not just everybody walking around doing whatever they want to do.
Get to shit in a real bathroom.
Exactly.
Great.
I ain't gotta have 4 stalls and a bathroom, shower, like locker rooms beside me. You know what I'm saying? So I do feel like it's a little more personal with the new place. The school, I love the school. It's a one in a lifetime opportunity. You'll never experience it if you've never been there. I'm sorry for you if you've never been. But I will say though, Mike, having a new spot to me is it's a great thing though, because I look at it as, like I said, I get to kick it with my guys. We don't have 48 rooms to sleep in. It's like literally like what, 15 people or something like that. So it's a little closer to home. And I told my boy Rock, this year I'm gonna get up in the kitchen one of them nights. So we gonna have us a night where it's just family night. We all gonna show each other love, and it's like I said, we don't just got the door open and you just walk in, man. This right here is, if you ain't supposed to be here, get out of here. You know what I'm saying? This is one of them spots. So I like that we kind of getting a little more personal, because we done been around for 2 years plus right now, Mike. So I like that this is gonna feel like not a company trip, but like a family trip. It's gonna feel like family to me. We can sit at a table, you know what I'm saying? Like have dinner. We just walking around.
Be careful. Plates. I don't want fucking Olive Garden to sue us, like when you hear you feel like I don't want Olive Garden. I respect your breadsticks. Rest of your food fucking sucks, by the way. That's not libel because it's truth. All right, your breadsticks are dope. Rest of your shit, dog shit, man. Go to a real Italian restaurant.
For sure. Well, like I said, man, I'm glad we got this this new spot going on, man, in August. But until August, man, we're gonna be here from now all the way up to August until the new season. So if you're in the Dynasty, stay tapped in. If you're trying to figure out what Dynasty football is, tap in with us now. And if you just want to play fantasy, what's up? What?
D-Walk couldn't dunk on me with a fucking trampoline, all right? You don't come in my paint.
Hey, D-Walk said he was what's that bounce league, Mike? They got the trampolines, they be dunking on each other.
Yeah, when they jumping around. The good luck.
Yeah, that's what D-Walk said he on right now, man. He talking about Joe Burrow QB1, man. So that's how you know my man D-Walk, man. He going hard on him, man. So like I said, man, again, draft guide is out now. Pre-order it, $8.99. Tap in with us, not because you want to, because you need to, baby. So $8.99, February 23rd, which is Sunday. Shout out my son, Big Dallas, birthday. He turning 6 on Sunday on the 23rd. So I told him, I said, hey, listen, bro, the draft guide actually, the price changes on your birthday. So that lets you know you elite right there. You know what I'm saying? Like the draft guy go up $3 on your birthday, Playboy. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, wish your son a happy birthday for me, by the way. Too.
Oh, for sure. Hey, Mike, you know what's so funny? So, of course, I got the Leonardo and Michelangelo's.
Yeah.
So I got him the Donatello's and Raphael's. So you know what I'm saying? So y'all two mixing and matching right now.
That's
so
right. That's what I'll do on Sunday. I'll put the shoes on.
There we go.
Snap a little pic,
There we go.
Wish your son a happy birthday. I got it.
I'm gonna make sure I take our little pics, man. We going out Sunday, having some good time, family time, man. So
not
my son turning not Olive Garden. My son turning 6 on Sunday. So shout out my boy Big Dallas, man. But yeah, we appreciate y'all tapping through, man. We're gonna try to do this again one more time next month, and hopefully the next month after that, hopefully get y'all involved and
I got you, Fizz. Yeah, I'm on top of it.
Go ahead, mark me down. March 14th. Your boy ain't gonna be here. I'm gonna see my girl glow it up, light it up, baby. And anything before we get up out of here, Mike?
Nah. Just appreciate everybody. Fizz touched on a lot of good things. Draft guide out. Patreon.com/South Harmon. Community's dope. Bob Lung, the fuck you doing? I love you, Bob. You're my guy. You got to get somebody from South Harmon on that fucking podcast. There's nothing better to promote the expo than us. Trust me.
I ain't gonna lie, Mike. If we had the school, he had no choice. Cause I had to hit my boy Bob up and say, listen, man, you know how we get down, baby. You got to show some love on this one, Bob.
Let's go.
Let's go, a little bit of love, man. I'm trying to find this right quick, Mike. There we go. Hold on. Let me pull this up one time before we get up out of here, Mike. You got the draft guide, $8.99 live on the website. Check out the comments once I put this picture up one time. Hey, Mike, I don't know if you know about this. The phone posit Galaxies came out today. They was $240. And then when they came out in 2012, bro, they had the Riot Squad out in New York for them.
Oh,
Riot Squad. They sold for $220 back in the day. You know how much they resold for the next day, Mike?
Hit me.
It was selling, bro. If you look up the history of the Galaxy phone polish, people selling for $9,000.
Good God.
Right now, they going for like $1,100 right now. So I just say this to say this. Tap in, South Harmon.
Got him.
That draft squad. As soon as you get that draft guide, you're going to get this email. You're going to get this link. Go ahead and share it on your socials, baby. We appreciate y'all. Go ahead and cop them Galaxy phones and send them to me because I appreciate you anyway. And, hey, we love y'all. Shout out my girl, Glow. I got to show a little bit of love. We going to be out there, baby. This for Mike right here. This ain't for me. Shout out to y'all, man. We appreciate
I'm guilty.
Y'all. Be back next Friday because you know we're going to be here. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Leave the comments and we're going to get back with you. ASAP, baby. We out of this thing. Much love.